And we should be live. Hello, 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 good evening. How is everyone doing? Hopefully the audio is coming through all good and I'm not having any more technical issues, because it seems to be one technical issue after another tonight. So yeah, how you all doing? If it's all working and I'm here, then it should be all good. I can hear myself. Cool. Right, good evening everyone. Tonight we're having a little look at the Koln Arkin REMASTER. What I am going to do is just jump into the game and turn the audio off again, just because it's a little bit loud. Let's just do that. Cool, do that, fine. And go to Koln Arkin. So, yes, Koln Arkin has got a remaster coming tomorrow for you lot. So this is a bit of an early access look at that. Of course, we're mainly just going to be focusing on the route itself. So yeah, it should be a good bit of fun. Where's my pole gone? I don't know where my bloody pole's gone now. Where's that gone? Oh, that's good, isn't it? Bear with me a second. I'm doing things a little bit differently this time because the laptop's currently being used by the missus. So I'm looking at this on my phone at the minute. My burner phone, I call it, which is what I used to do my recording on. When I'm out and about ticking off trains. And I can't seem to see a pole, which is really weird. So I'm going to have to dig into that and see what the issue is there, because that's not good. Can I look at it on here? 1 second. That's going to really scumper me plans if that's the case. Where's me bloody pole gone? I had a pole going. Oh, dear. This is not going smoothly at all, is it? Oh, it's one of them days. And now I've opened up the Xbox app. Brilliant. It's just one of those days today, isn't it? It's just one of those days where nothing wants to work. So let me just go to the live studio, see if it comes up with anything. I could have sworn that we're what's going on here? Yeah, there is a poll going. So why can't I see it on here then? That's weird. That's very weird. Why can't I see it on here? Okay, that's fine. Can I do it by all messages? Yeah, that's fine. I can do that. Nice. Right, this is going horribly wrong. So I'm gonna end the poll there, which is 54% ICE run. So I had a poll going. Of course, you can see the ice runs. I can't seem to mess around with my poll, which is really, really strange. I literally can't do anything. Well, I don't care. End the poll. See what it says. See what it comes up with. Right, so there's that. So anyway, sorry, I'm really, really flustered. We've had some OBS were playing up this morning proper. This morning? Oh, bloody hell, what OBS has been playing up. It's been being a right pain. That's why I've not got my face cam on. Because for some reason my face cam was causing OBS to crash every 2 minutes. And I don't know why. So that was being weird and it just wouldn't load up properly. And I've also had a Windows update and I've had a Nvidia update. So I think all the updates have thrown things all over the place. So if we see anything funny today, I'm gonna blame it on my computer because it's just playing up today. It's just been a sod. Anyway, we've got 36 of you wonderful people in tonight. So we've got Kelly Hall, Flying Southerner. Random username Richard, XIBER. Every Train Sim World streamer did an ICE run and you want a BR204. I don't own the BR204, unfortunately, so it may just be an ICE run because that's what everyone's voted for. But good job that it's only a half an hour service and we'll do something else after that. How I'm going to ask a poll, I don't know, but we'll figure it out. It's fine. I think you sent a Discord link. I did. Oh, wait, hold on. Wait, you make a bloody good point there. Oh, no, it's nothing to do with that. Oh, I don't know. Why? Oh, I don't care. You're going to see Tornado in March. Nice one. You can see the poll. The ICE is winning by far. There's the poll. I could make a joke about messing about with your poll, but then this wouldn't be a very family-friendly stream. You naughty, naughty boy. You're excited for the Chanel Fast Tracker Koln remaster? Welcome back, Anton. And someone says they've just subscribed, so welcome aboard to the channel. Hope you're doing absolutely splendid. Let's take a little look. So with you subscribing, that takes us up to 6.83k, which is absolutely mental to think about. So yeah, I wonder if we could get a few more subscribers tonight. Do you enjoy Southeastern High Speed? I love Southeastern High Speed, and I especially like the work that what they're called, Firefly. I like the work that they're doing to the route, to be honest, because it looks quite nice. So let's jump into Koln. I'll show you the timetable. So you've got the original one, which is 245 services. You've got all sorts of bits going on there, and then you've got New Journeys expansion, which is I think it's mainly just for the 423. But obviously brings in all sorts of different bits there, and then you've got the revamp, which is obviously a free timetable. So it's weird because it's a free timetable, paid timetable, free timetable, which is better than better than that one, to be honest. So with this, I've tried to install it as much as I can, and that has included picking up some new DLC in the Festival of Rail Steam sales, because I picked up Main Taiwan mainly for this, and I've picked up the 423 pack because they're the sort of bulk of the services on this. Of course, I had things like the Vectron and stuff like that before, but yeah, it should be quite cool. We should also see, yeah, got the 193 there. So yeah, we're gonna do an ICE run. I mean, I put an ICE run. Do you want to see the ICE 3 or the ICE 1? It's up to you. It's completely up to you, like what you want to see. I'd put a poll in the chat, but the polls ain't working, so I won't be doing that. Oh, the cat's made it in here. Oh, this is just absolutely disgraceful. Oh, do you know what, Pipes? I feel like I should just give it a try again tomorrow. Come on, get out. Right. So, ICE 3 or ICE 1? First one in the chat that I see is what I'm going to do, because I can't do polls, apparently. 70 subscribers left to get Richie to 6.9k. That means 170 away from who's it? 7k, which is nuts. A lot of you are saying ICE 1, so we'll do ICE 1, that's fine. I'm happy with that. We'll do a 38-minute service. We'll do that one. Why not? Let's do that one. Hey, and let's take a little look at this lighting. Let's do that in a bit of light cloud. Cool. And we'll do it in a nice early morning service. What layer do I need to purchase for this route? What do you mean, what layer do you need to purchase? You need to have the Schnellfahrstrecke Koln Arkin route, obviously, and then you also need to have, for the ICE 1, you need Castle Würzburg. You are from Sussex, right? Nah, I've never been to Sussex. At least I don't think I have. No, I'm originally from Birmingham, but I live in Yorkshire now. Right, so I need to remember how to set this thing up. So I should probably use my my what's it called? My TSCX, but I'm not. So we'll unlock that. That's fine. That's all good. Doors are on this side, and here is an ICE 1 here at Arkin. Let's have a little fly around here then. So this is Arkin. Looks quite nice. The lighting does look really cool on this route. You need King Zigtalbahn. I don't think you need King Zigtalbahn for this. In fact, I don't have King Zigtalbahn installed because it only brings in ICET. It brings in AI ICET services, which for an AI layer, I don't really see the point in installing, to be honest. But it's a good route, that one. I just haven't got it installed because I've got limited storage. So, got a DB little wagon there. This is Arkin itself. Fly on through here. Koln to Koln Arkin. There you go. Got all stuff down here. Apparently you can go down here too. There you go. Look at that. And then you go out of here. Very nice. Very nice. Oh, that's interesting. You've got a rail pull Vectron pulling some ICE wagons. We'll have to have a look at that. That looks quite cool, actually. That's brilliant. Nice. Are we calling anywhere? Duren and Koln. Okay, nice one. I've not played much of this route, I won't lie. When the timetable came out, I played it a little bit, but in my opinion, what this route needed was this. It needed TOD 4. And with the update, with the timetable update, and then also, you know, the TOD 4 and everything else, this is going to be a lot more pleasurable to drive. Well, if you do come to Sussex eventually, come and say hi. I think probably the main reason I'll be coming to Sussex would be coming to say hello to you. Hola, ¿cómo estás? I'm good, thank you, Tag. How you doing, UK Tag? I'm not locking the doors just yet because it's still a red. Are you on the PC or the PS5? A PC. I always stream from the PC. In fact, the majority of my content is on the PC, mainly because it's easier to record from. Because I don't have a capture card, and I don't really have the money for a decent capture card. And also, it just makes life a hell of a lot easier just to stream from a PC. So, no, I'm not on the PlayStation tonight. And also, early access stuff, I can't stream from the PlayStation anyway. And of course, with this being... So basically, how it works with early access is that obviously we've got like an ambassador build, which is like the build that you'll get tomorrow, essentially. And obviously, I can't do that on the PlayStation, so the PC is the only way I can do it, which is fine. I'd rather do it on the PC anyway, because the PlayStation can sometimes be questionable. Just not just in this not just in Train Sim World. It can be questionable all the time when it comes to streaming, because it likes to do little funny things like crashing and breaking streams. Because I don't really like streaming from the PlayStation, in the sense that I've had many instances where it just will randomly crash on you, and it can be any game. Where the bloody hell are the lights in this thing? That's what I'm looking for. Where's the light? So yeah, the PlayStation can be a bit funny. Where the bloody hell's the lights in here? I could have sworn they were behind me. Lights. Where are the lights? Ah, those them. Ah, hold on. That looks like a switch of some kind. Ah, there you go. And then, is that on now? That's better. So yes, on basically a very long-winded way of saying I'm on the PC. Do you like Leipzig Dresden? I do. Again, it's another route I've not played much of, and I don't know why. I feel like at the minute I've been very biased and very stuck on UK routes since Train Sim World 6's release. And I've not really shown much love to the German stuff. I really haven't. And normally I do quite like German stuff. So yeah, I need to give it more of a go. But I like the idea. I certainly liked Riesa Dresden. I've played a lot of Riesa Dresden. I think that's probably what it is the fact that I've driven a lot of that route, and obviously the extension is good, but the best bit is the Dresden end anyway. Your game looks so smooth. Would you mind sharing your graphics settings? Yeah, I'll go to the settings. Hold on, bear with me. So my screen settings, that's not the right one. I think it's this one. Everything's in ultra, high, ultra 60, TAA. This could all be higher, but I'm happy with how it is at the minute. But yeah, it's fairly decent. I've not got the beefiest PC in the world. I won't lie to you. I've got a 4060 NVIDIA RTX, I think, 16 gig RAM, 13400F processor, which is, I think it's i5. So there's better processors out there. It's not bad, but it's certainly not high end. Basically, all the other ambassadors have a stronger PC than me anyway. I know that much. Hello Hannah and hello Joe. Welcome in. Hope you're doing well. How are you enjoying this update, Joe? How you doing, David? I'm excited to play Remaster tomorrow on my Xbox Series X in the morning. Oh yes, this will be out at 10 AM tomorrow, I believe. You've been playing Southeastern High Speed, and I'm playing Train Sim World 6 on my Xbox Series X right now. Yeah, the thing is, with the things with the PlayStation, right, is that I play the game more often on the PlayStation than I do on the PC, which is quite funny because I play it a lot on the PC anyway. I like the fact that I can just kind of relax and play it on the PlayStation. I normally play it on the PlayStation if I'm talking to someone else, or if I'm like on the phone to my dad, or if I'm like, sometimes I'll have like voice chats with people from Discord or whatever. I'll be on the PlayStation then. It's nice round here, isn't it? It's great. I even fell asleep driving the ICE 3. Eh? Is that a good thing or a bad thing? I suspect you shall stream BR at some point soon due to the I's reaction to my message. Yes, well, it releases on Sunday, and I won't be streaming on Saturday because it's Valentine's, and I'm kind of not allowed. So, I mean, I could, but I'm not gonna, because me and Shanna can have a film night. But with my then only selected slot to then stream over the weekend being Sunday, works kind of well. So I'm gonna do it then, I think. You've been subscribed to British Ace for ages. Nice one. Yo, I don't blame you. I've been subscribed to British Ace for a good couple of years now. It's 5 or 6 years, something like that. I've been watching Joe that long that I've been subscribed on 2 different accounts, because RichyRail didn't exist like 3 years ago. That's a good coffee. I should probably do AFB or something. I'm not very good at driving German trains, I won't lie to you. How's the audio? Audio all good? Have you seen the BR trailer? Yeah, the BR trailer, the game looks good. I'm not overly fussed about that news report thing though. I think that's a bit tacky. I get it's like a kids game and stuff, but I thought that was a bit silly. But the update certainly looks good. I'm tempted. I am very much tempted to do a Friday night play along on BR to try and get some points ready for the update. Potentially, though, I need to see what's happening. All very much depends on what content I've got to record, because Saturday's a bit of a write-off, and then Sunday's kind of, again, a bit of a write-off as well. What's wrong with Doner Kebab? Oh, just don't get me don't get me started. Have they redone the vegetation on this route? It looks very nice and high quality. Yeah, I certainly think so. The vegetation always looks better on these remasters, especially around here. I mean, I'm running this in spring. I think I'm running this in April time. So, you know, we'll certainly see what it's like. Cool that you've got the hot air balloon still there. Also, the Pringles machines are still there as well, which is quite nice. What route should you drive at the moment? What do you like to drive? Do you like German stuff? Do you like... you could drive this. If you've got this, you could drive it pre-update. That could be quite cool. How you doing, Casper? Welcome in. Hope you're doing well. Audio is good. Nice one. I can quickly check because... I can hear myself sniffing. I need to get myself some tissue, but... Have I got some tissue in here? No. Keep it driving for a minute. You love a kebab. I love a kebab too. Yeah, got myself some tissue. Did you like the end with the reenactment of the infamous "You'll Be Going Nowhere"? I can't quite remember. I won't lie. You don't have it. Maybe a UK route of some kind then. If only we could go back to 2020 for a day. Amazing. Koln, Arkin, Bakerloo, what a time. Yeah, but then you wouldn't have had BML. Careful what you wish for. And then also COVID. COVID wasn't fun. Well, I mean, COVID weren't bad. It weren't too bad. Got DMU over there. I want to give one of those services a go because I've not actually driven that on the on this route yet, and I really like the DMUs. I've put it this way, right? I quite like Maintalbahn. I also like all the DMU stuff. I've still not got Niedertalbahn. I might ask for a key for that, to be honest, but. I've still not got Niedertalbahn, but I may pick that up at some point because I like that DMU as well. There you go, look, 363. I would love for the 628 to be like a separate DLC, like decoupled from the Niedertalbahn, because I love the Niedertalbahn route, but it's just like it's quite big. It's quite a big dependency, and if you could, like, I love the train as it is. Southeastern High Speed, in your opinion, or Bahnstrecke Leipzig Dresden? Ooh, Southeastern High Speed, gotta be. COVID was fab for me. Off to college for months, weeks of endless gaming. Yeah, I kind of get what you mean there. I had a house tour. Well, I was at uni. That was the only downside for me because I was at uni at the time, and I was like halfway through my uni experience, and I should have gone to like, because of the course I did, I should have gone to like. I don't know. I had like plans to go to like the Alps and stuff like that, and we couldn't do that. How you doing, Tintin? Welcome in. Hope you're doing well. How are you doing on this fine? What day is it? Wednesday evening. But yeah, COVID was all right. I mean, it was because of COVID I met Shan, so you know, I'm very very much happy about that. But yeah, because I was at uni, all my housemates buggered off, so I had a 6-bedroom house to myself, which was great. Just, you know, I was by myself for months, which when I don't like the general public, I was very much happy about that. Is the passenger announcements? No. So the thing is with this remaster, it is just a lighting update and a scenery overhaul. It's not a full remaster. Like Great Western Express was, that's more of a remaster than this. Kind of a bit of a shame that we don't have the announcements. I believe it's because it was, I don't know if the remaster was worked on before the announcements. I don't know. I'm not too sure of the full reasoning why. Does the East Coast Way remaster include extensions to War? No. So it's a remaster is just an improvement on the route as in its current state. An extension or anything like that would be a separate product, similar to Long Island Railroad Commuter, similar to Southeastern High Speed Extended, similar to Dresden Leipzig. That's mainly because when these routes are built as they are, once they're built, you can't really add them. You can add bits onto them, but you can and you can't. It's a bit. You can add like little bits, but I don't think you can add like whole new areas. I'm not too sure how it works technically, like, but if you wanted to have an extension, it would need to be a whole new route. So it's, to be fair, like an Eastbourne to Ashford could be its own little thing, couldn't it? I much prefer life pre-COVID, since I was a child and had no responsibilities. Now I'm 16 and have to think about what I want to do after school. Do you know, if I'm honest with you, don't rush into thinking what you're going to do after school, because some people don't realise what they're doing well into their 30s and their 40s. My dad is 40, he's 44, and he ain't got a clue what he wants to do. No idea what he wants to do with his life. He's always said, like, I'm just kind of taking each day as it comes. So just because you're 16 and thinking, it's kind of shoved down your throat what you want to do. But if you've got a vague idea or a kind of ambition or a hobby or something that you like, then just pursue that. I'm kind of there's another one. There's another Vectron service. That's interesting. Okay. I'm going to have to look at that, because there's more Vectron services doing IC runs. I never knew they did that. But yeah, I genuinely think that, like, just enjoy school, and if you've kind of got a vague idea, go along those lines. For me, I won't go too much into what I studied and whatever else, but I had a keen, like, there's a particular subject I really enjoyed in school, which I then did at uni, and then obviously got my degree, and then got a job to do with that. So because of that, I was set up quite nicely, because I kind of had an idea of what I wanted to do. But it wasn't until uni that I'd actually decided what I wanted to specialise in, because what the subject I did was quite vague, quite, you know, open-ended, and it weren't until like my 3rd year of uni when I thought, do you know what, I don't actually want to do that, I want to do this. You was furloughed over COVID, getting paid to do sod all. No face cam today. No, it kept crashing my OBS, so I gave up with it. Part 2 of this remaster, yeah, pretty much. Spot on. Wait, your daddy's 44. I could be your granddad nearly. Yeah, he was born in 1981. So yeah, that and he was only just turned 44. My mum's just is he 44 or is he 45? What year? Yeah. He was born in November 81. So he's 44 now. My mum's just turned 46. Should I do Ashford or Faversham away from London? Do a Faversham run. More stops. How you doing, Freddie? Welcome in. Hope you're doing well. Got 36 of you wonderful people watching. Hope you're all doing absolutely splendid. For me, it was always bus driver or train driver since the beginning. Yeah, I've always had in the back of my mind to become a train driver. My first kind of step was working at a Heritage Railway line. My kind of ambition was to go into it, but I was in two minds. I was like, I had a bit of a sticky situation when I was like 18. I was like, do I stay where I am and try and make a career here, which was in the middle of nowhere and wasn't really many career opportunities, or do I go to uni and just have fun for 3 years and see where it takes me? So, yeah, I decided to do the uni one instead. I've already gone to Ashford. Stream delay, typical. Your daddy's only slightly older than my mum, yet you're about a decade older. Wait, hold on, that makes no sense. So your mum is 40 something? Yeah, my parents were young when they had me. They were very young. My dad constantly likes to remind me and says, because obviously I'm 25 now, he's like, could you imagine doing what you're doing with a 7-year-old kid running about? Because that's what I did. You were 18 when I was born. And I were a bit like, do you know what? I'm 25 and I don't want kids for a good couple of years. I'm much happy just playing my train game, travelling a bit here and there, and working. I'm quite content with that. You're having some issues on the PS5. Yeah, they were talking about that today, weren't they? Not today. I watched it today. They talked about it yesterday on the roadmap about the PS5 mounting issue, which I find quite interesting because I genuinely haven't experienced that much. But what I have done is I was testing out Paul's theory for the blurred textures. So I uninstalled Train Sim World 6 and I've been slowly building it back up again. And I think I've only got like 200 gigabytes worth of DLC installed. And they mentioned about this 180 gigabyte limit, and I've not yet experienced any issues, especially not with this. So I'm going to investigate a little further because I did have like 300 and something gigabytes installed, but I did like the mention of them saying that they're going to make the 423 as part of the. They said they're going to make it as part of Hellbron or something like that, so that's sort of the workaround, which to me kind of makes me feel like, are they going to do that more often in future? Are they going to do like more trains included? Because that could be quite cool. There's two ways it could go to like get around a mountain issue. They could either include more trains in the base package, or it may lead to more loco DLCs because then they're not attached to routes. Now, for me, both those sort of outcomes sound quite good. However, having something as like a loco DLC could be good, but also could be bad. Depends how it works. But I feel like that's the two ways of it to get around this mountain issue now. Lazy, I was going to say if you didn't say working. I work. I work full time, albeit a hybrid, but I work full time. I've just bought the 805 in Birmingham Crew and the German route. That's like £3. £3 for all those three. Oh, and the German route, that's like free. Oh, is that that's that Salzburg, Salzburg Rosenheim, something like that. Anyway. This is a southeastern service to St Pancras International. Will become Ebbsfleet International, Stratford International, and St Pancras. I was tempted to pick up the LGV Mediterranean route because it has some AI on this as well, which is quite cool. But I was like, do I want to pay £7 for LGV? Might give that a pass. I'm enjoying this ICE 1 run. This is quite nice. This. What's quite funny is that I think the ICE 1 is actually one of my most played trains. But maybe that's because it's skewed by Castle Würzburg, because you just play that, like, you put it into full throttle and it just zooms. Sounds about right. Welcome back, Freddy. Hope you're doing well. So, if we was to see any other ICE train in Train Sim World, which one would you want to see and why? I know the ICE stuff is quite popular. What are we waiting here for? I have a sneaking suspicion we're waiting for something else to come through. That's got a green light, so there'll be a fast service coming from somewhere, wouldn't there? Are we waiting for that? Surely not. Surely not waiting for that, are we? What are we waiting for? Was it that? No, that's weird. What are we waiting for here? Surely not going to be stuck behind a freight service. Surely not. I'm well confused. If I delete that service, will it then let me go? Because otherwise we're going to be very late. What is it? Oh wait, hold on. Oh no, that is a freight service. Hold on, let me... If I get rid of that, can then I go? That makes no sense. Then can I go? Yes, there you go. Yeah, the freight service was a bit messed up. Okay, that's fine. We can go. The priorities on the timetable seem a little bit off. Yeah, I was thinking that for a freight service to be taking me over, that's not a... That doesn't make no sense. But it's fine. We fixed it. We can go. Let's carry on. It's going to be a slow run. I didn't want to get stuck behind a freight service. No, not today. Not today. Yeah, if you have Koln Arkin, this will be a free update. Picked up RichyRail for £9 today. Fancied an older German train. I really like RichyRail. I think that's quite a good run. Again, that route is really, really good with the 628, which comes from Niedertalbahn. I really, really like that. Apologies, that isn't UK. I don't drive it. Evening, Applewood Twig. Good to see you streaming yet again. Just picked up the Class 805 and already completed 30-minute services on the West Coast Mainline South today. The train is very satisfying. Yeah, I like the 805. And can we all just talk about the new thing that all aboard announced? Can we just take a moment to talk about it? I'm not one for freight. I'm not right bothered by freight. However, 70. Can't go wrong with that, can we? Can't go wrong with that. So, look, when I first started doing content with All Aboard, and I said, like, look, their future's going to be bright. I knew they were going to be cooking. So, let's see what they do in future. It seems like they've got some clear ambitions, and we've got another red again. What the bloody hell? What are we waiting for now? Another freight service? Surely not. Class 59 when? Isn't that just basically another shed? Super shed, yeah. That's my hairstyle, that super shedding. Right, is this remaster footage? This is live footage of the remaster. Yes, it is. Have you heard of the new Milton Keynes to Crewe route coming? Yes, Trent Valley. That was announced a little while ago, but yes, I've heard about that one. I'm looking forward to that one as well. I got stopped for an RB service, 250 kilometers down to 140 all the way. No, absolutely not. I'm not doing that. Got a high-speed train, you got to do high-speed speeds. Probably because I was late, yeah, probably. Jan, welcome in. Hope you're doing well. Is it Jan? Is it Jan? ICE4 you'd like to see. How you doing, Lauren Staub? Welcome in. Hope you're doing well. A lot of you want to see the ICE4. I think I've heard of that one. Is that the one that's let me Google it. Let me Google the ICE4 because I think I've like suggested that one before. I have. That's the one I've said. Do you lot remember when I did my Train Sim World 5 predictions and I said I'd like to see the... Is it the Phil Stalbarn or something like that? What did I say in that video now? The one that goes to Ulm, because I said that's a route I really want to see. Yeah, the Ulm route. That's the one I said would be cool to see. So, yeah, an ICE4 would be very, very cool. Because even I've wanted that before. Gotta be on my toes here, because there's some things going on. The oh yeah, the E94 adds the 84 timetable. Yeah, I'm not overly fussed by the crocodile. It's a cool idea, and I can imagine those that who would like it would probably like that pack. But I won't lie, I've not played that one too much. Like I say, I'm primarily UK because I'm very biased, but I do like some of the European stuff. I do quite like the Dutch stuff. I want to see more Dutch stuff in Train Sim World. How you doing, some Welsh bloke? Welcome in. We are on the Schnellfahrstrecke Koln Arkin not timetable update, remaster. West Coast Main Line Trent Valley will go between West Coast Main Line Birmingham to Crewe. No, it'll go the other way. It'll only use Crewe to Stafford. Do you think they should add they should remaster Southeastern High Speed and add the 707 and the 376? They already remastered Southeastern High Speed, and technically speaking, we're also getting another remaster of it. With the Medway Valley line. Have you seen some of the before and after screenshots? It looks nice. Cephas Wang Brandum. Yep. That's the one. You're in a 375. Nice one. Richie, do you know why the Mildmay line and the line from Gospel Lope to Barking Riverside doesn't work? Like, you can't see the AI services on both? How do you mean? Sorry. What's the issue you're seeing? The Javelin had a fault. It broke down on the journey. You want to see a 465-9 on the Medway Valley line? What's the one that we've got in game? As it happened, I'm on Arkin in real. I'm in Arkin in real life this evening. Oh, that's cool. You're on your way home from a 10-day Eurobahn tour. I'm actually a little bit jealous. I won't lie. Get some pictures. Get some pictures, and then you can do some comparisons. Good evening, Matt. How you doing? Welcome in. You're a big fan of this one, aren't you? They're not layered into each other, I don't think. Yeah, they never have been. Well, you can have some 710s on the Mildmay line, but because the Mildmay line came out after the Suffragette line, you won't see the whatchamacallit. You won't see the 378. The 465-9 from Southeastern High Speed, I think, will layer in. Oh, I don't know. It's far too. I mean, it's a place I've been to, but it's still too south for me to know. We need another heritage route like North Yorkshire Moors Railway or the Keighley Worth Valley Light Railway. Yeah, those would be quite cool. I would like to see Tallaght-Lynn, mainly because I've worked on it, so it'd be quite cool to see that one. It's also narrow gauge as well. There's quite a lot I'd like to see. Maybe like, you know, you've got things like GCR, things like that. They'd be quite cool. You can't see 378 AI services when on the line to Barking Riverside and vice versa. Yeah, so you won't see you definitely won't see 378s on Suffragette. Be cool if you could see them there. Koln Arkin is a perfect route to learn Pisa B and LZB. I don't touch them. Don't touch them. I'm no good at them at all. The remaster is great. This is a fantastic route. Yeah, do you know what? Like, when this route first came out, obviously we've been the first ICE route and whatever else, it was a lot of fun. When the timetable update came out, I was constantly saying that like TOD 4 is needed alongside that. So I'm really glad to see the fact that we've got the full shebang now. I think at one point, I think Joe came into one of my streams and I says, "We need TOD 4." I also told him to put some cats somewhere as well, and he was like, "No, I can't do that." Kind of Thornton Great Western remastered on a Class 166 depot run, 1 o'clock. The train explode. Freddie, are you just being silly? What train did the Barking Riverside Gospel Oak do before the 710? It was a 172, wasn't it? Something like that. I'm not sure. You're from Kent, Anton. Suffragette only saw the 378s briefly. They were 172s first, briefly 378s, and then the 710 took over. Yeah, that's what I was guessing. Because I think on TSC, it's one you do actually have the 172s, don't you? We need an A4 Pacific loco like the Mallard. Well, the thing is with the Mallard, it wouldn't do anything. It'd just sit in the railway museum. I learned PZB mostly from the tutorials Matt made a few years back, and with some practice it gets somewhat easier. Sometimes I'm too scared to touch Seafer. We did Seafer once. I think it was, if anyone's been watching the channel for a long time, I did Seafer on the main Telbarn when that first came out in like 2024, and it really didn't go well at all. So I don't touch the safety systems. I mean, I'm getting braver with AWS on on UK routes, but German safety systems I don't touch. We are looking, me and Jason are looking at doing a video at some point, him teaching me the safety systems. In fact, I might get in touch with him and see whether he wants to do it for this with the remaster coming out. It could all work quite nicely. 172s are oddballs, mechanical gearboxes, not hydraulics. Yeah, and I think as well, there's like two different versions of the 172s. There's like the 172s that look like 170s, and then there's the 172s that look like Electrostars. They're a very, very weird train. Because we've got some, well, I say we've got some, obviously not in the Midlands anymore, but there is, I think there's still 172s that do like the Snow Hill lines and stuff, which is very weird because they're a completely different look to the 172s, which then obviously were on the London Overground. Have you been to York Railway Museum? Many times. I'm not too far away from it. In fact, just yesterday I went past it because I went through York. I won't say where I went because it was to do with my little ticking off train series, but you'll see soon where I went. You saw a few BR147s earlier, which have just started work on the... One second. Started working on the RE9 Dosto services over this route. An opportunity to have them sub into Koln Arkin when the Loco DLC comes out. Is that new one that's coming to the Stuttgart route? I do like how we are getting more comparisons, like old and new versions of the routes, both from TSC and TSW. Yeah, and I mean as well, like, it's cool to do these comparisons. Like, for example, if you've not seen it, Paul did a comparison today, like a side-by-side. I was planning to do one myself, and I might still do it and upload it Friday, but like Great Western Express, for example, if you see that side-by-side, you can just see the sheer amount of differences between Todd, the original Todd, and Todd 4. It's just absolutely bonkers, the differences. But I like this lighting. I think this is quite nice. I'll tell you what I don't like, red lights. They scare me. How you doing, Danny Sprint? Hope you're doing well. You did see for once and it failed. He doesn't even use AWS. Hey, Jado, I have been doing. Don't you worry, I have been doing. Very briefly, and if I know the train quite well. You went to Lincoln last year in February and it was beautiful. Bet it would have been cold there. TSD has a stream of the East Coast Way remaster at 9:30 on Saturday. No, not the remaster. No. So what he's doing is he's running East Coast Way, kind of like as a let's look at it before it gets updated sort of thing. The 172s that look like the turbos from London Overground are now up in Birmingham area. No idea if they still are. I think they are because I remember at one point. So before the West Mids Cross Country 170 came out. It's one thing I really wanted to see. Obviously, with me being a Brummie, more Midlands will make me a very happy man. But the ones I often said before they came out that before that DLC came out that I wanted to see a 170, and a lot of people turned around to me and said it's not a 170, it's a 172, and I was like, no, it's a 170. But I googled it and it is a 172 that were obviously put into Western Railway livery. So I've always known the 172s as a 170, but they had like a weird moment where they had both. Very strange. But I think they do still have them. I think only a couple though, because I think they're all being replaced by the 196s. I could be wrong with that though. Do you drive the 700 to Rainham and Train Sim World 6? You can do. I'm not going to be doing it today because we're looking at all things Koln Arkin. But yeah, you can do that. I quite like the 700. I used AWS and TPWS and Vigilance on all UK trains. When will Ebula be available? It would be good to... Oi, slow down. Be able to choose between standard and professional where Ebula is. I've heard of that before, but I don't know what that is. From what I know, it's quite technical, so I'm not the best person to ask. It's not nice when you pass a red light and then you need to start again where you're near the end. Well, the reality of it is that if you go for a red light, it never ends up in good consequences anyway, so the fact that it kind of just kicks you out of the service kind of makes sense. The 147 were new to Stuttgart, moved to Berlin, and now some recently moved to Aachen. Would add value to the new DLC pack if they can work to those routes as well. With the 147, is it? Yeah, the 147. That could be the case where, like, you know, with some like locos, German locos, kind of sub in. If they can pull Dostos, they'll sub in. Like for example, you can pull like Dostos with a 110 from the route's completely escaped my head. But the 110, the first ever version of the 110 that we got, I think it might be Bremen-Oldenburg or something like that. You can pull the Dostos in other routes, so maybe the 147 could act like that. Similar to how like maybe the 70 could sub into 66 services. That would be very cool if that's the case. I'd be very, very happy with that. Yeah, no plans for Ebula. Yeah, I thought that was the case. Like I say, I have no idea what it is. I know of it. I've heard of it, but I don't know what it does. Joe Dobson hates the Thameslink livery. He says it's horrendous. What's wrong with it? It's a white livery with some colours on it. Can't go wrong. But then again, what is the best livery like for like UK trains? For me, it's got to be like a TPE. TPE looks stunning. Has anyone seen the new cross-country livery that got unveiled? That looks interesting. The interior looks nice. Looks very nice inside. LED lights on a Voyager. Can you believe it? They're not using Minecraft torches anymore. But yeah, it looks interesting, doesn't it? Can't believe we have a photo of Tamworth. Everything looks spot on. There needs to be spuds at Tamworth. If you know, like spuds with pink mohawks. You're making me want to pull a leg. Eh? Bremen-Oldenburg, yeah, I thought so. I knew it was one of those sorts of routes. The 465 sub into the 375s on the Medway Valley line, so yes, you can use the 465 on Medway Valley. Nice! There you go. Was it Anton? Was it you that were asking that? Have you streamed the Benina line? Do you know what? I actually haven't. Funnily enough, I picked it up on the PlayStation about a year ago, and I did a first look video on it, and then I think something new came out, and I've completely, like, the video is still there. I've still got it recorded. I've just not got around to publishing it. But I don't have it on the PC. I may look into getting that, because I've not played that, or I've bought it, but I've not played it. Same with a Rosa line as well. Those are two I haven't really touched that much. But it's like, again, it's niche, isn't it? It's kind of like narrow gauge, like, what do you call it? Is it Swiss? I think so. It's like, it's not 100% up my street. More Luzerne Cersei is. But it's not bad from what I've seen. Benina line looks quite nice. You're waiting for a BR232. In TSC, you can see some 465 AI on Medway Valley. I think you can. Yeah. That sounds about right, to be honest. You've not seen the interior. The interior looks better than the outside. Agreed, the 70s to be subbed in for the 66s. That would be great. The Great Western Railway is my favourite livery. Nice racing green with the Art Deco lettering. Ooh, see, when you say racing green, that's a bit of me. It's a bit like Aston Martin, isn't it? Oh, chef's kiss. Yeah. Now that you've said that, I kind of am thinking about that. Oh, it's a say. Oh, I'm confused. You've confused me, JD. Good evening, WLTA. Just doing some random shenanigans on the West Coast Main Line South. How random are we talking? Good evening, folks. Hope you're doing well. The best livery, without a doubt, is the Wessex Trains. Oh, I don't know that one. Let me have a look at that. Wessex Trains livery. I see why. I see why. Is it the pink, the dark pink purpley sort of one? I can see why you've picked that one. Source 1 DMUs. Pink DMUs actually sound quite good. You always confuse me, Jado. It's fine. Can't go wrong with British Racing Green, the best colour. Oh yeah, like the Aston Martin livery this year for F1. It just always looks nice. Can't go wrong with it. What do you think of the suffragette line? Yeah, I quite like it. It's one of those sorts of routes that it looks really nice, and it's cool that it's like a network. It's one that I find that, like, if I fancy it, I can do like a couple of end-to-end runs. I really, really like routes where you can do end-to-end runs. Like you can... Oh, I can hear movement. Oh, it's just Shango to the toilet thing. I really like routes where you can like start a service, hop in, go to one end of the route. Have you done the thingy?
I finished it.
You finished it. Okay, 1 second.
Oh, I farted.
Nice one. Let me.
Oh, did you hear that?
Right, 1 second, peeps. Right then, I'm back. Right, let me jump back into the game. Or let me turn that down as well. Oh my goodness gracious me, it's going to be loud. Right, let me do that. Sorry, the missus came in and wanted to grace me with her presence. So I'm going to stop at Koln, and I've got my laptop back. She were... oh, let's turn that down. She were doing some editing for the other channel. Not the other channel, but you know, in the F1 channel. Because she's taken on editing duties now for Married to the Grid. So if you want to, she's gone, yeah, yeah, she's taken over the editing duties. So the videos are going to get funnier. You're playing some West Somerset for the first time in ages. West Somerset's one that's I've always struggled to like get into. For me, I like heritage railway lines, but I like riding on them. I feel like going 25 mile an hour is not like 100% my cup of tea, but I like that there is routes to be able to do that. My last part of the 375 as I come into Rochester. Are you looking forward to the Class 70? Do you know what? For someone that isn't really overly fussed by freight, yes, I am quite looking forward to that. I think the 70 will be quite a nice addition into the game. Your streams are great. Thank you. Thank you very much, Freddie. What do you think of the first Capital Connect livery? I'll have a little look. Hold on. I'll have a little look at that in a second. No change to the electrics in Arkin, I believe. That's in response to that question there. I've got back up. Cool. Richie was waffling about end-to-end services and stopped and forgot. Yeah, sorry. You can blame Sham for that. Yeah, I really like with a route where it's a network or like it's all self-contained. It's why I probably love Birmingham Cross City so much, because not only am I a Brummie, it's my old local line, but it's a route where you can start at one end, go down, turn around, go back, and like your train won't disappear. Excuse me. I really, really like that. I'm a big fan of that. Don't get me wrong, I like the intercity stuff as well, because obviously you're not really going to have a full self-contained like intercity route, but the routes that are like the commuters and it's all self-contained, right up my street. Helps if it's in the Midlands or even in the north. Greetings from the Netherlands. Do you think we'll ever see a new Dutch route in 2026? Maybe not in 2026, but maybe at some point in the future. I think the Dutch route did so well that there's got to definitely be some like ambition to do it again, do one again. As you're from the Netherlands, what sort of route would you want to see in the Netherlands, and what trains would you like to see? Because if you want to see, and I've always said this, if you want to see a particular route or a particular region or whatever else, make your voices heard in the forums and on their Discord, because a lot of people come in here and say, oh, because you're an ambassador and you've got a link to DTG, can you tell them to make this route? And I'm like, well, I can't, because they're more likely going to listen to a bunch of the community than just me. Because if it were up to me, I'd say Chase Line when. Wolverhampton to Shrewsbury when. Do you know what I mean? Like, if it were up to me, but if you like a lot of you say we want to see another Dutch route or this or that, then it shows there's interest. Make your voice heard is he's about to say. I'm a bit too predictable. Right, what next? What do you want to see next? I've been enjoying they're not leaving the route aspect of Medway Valley. Yeah, a lot of people are looking forward to that, especially myself. Do you know what? It's hello again. Oh, 1 second, peeps. Right, I'm back. So when I say what next, as in what next for Koln Arkin, we won't be doing the suffragette line. As much as I like that route, I won't be doing it tonight, because we're looking at the Koln Arkin update. We're looking at the new stuff. Why not? Right, whilst I'm going to do that, I'm going to also get the laptop on and start reading the chat from there, because that makes life a lot easier. So let me get that. Let's do that. Because I have been using my old phone, and that's it's great, but it's limited because I can't seem to make polls, which is how I like to do stuff on here. So just bear with me, just a minute. Ow, hurt my hand. Right. do that. Be a lot funnier if you could see, if you could actually see, like, the face cam, because it's quite funny. Right, okay, I'm going to there. Cool. We've had 4 new subscribers. Welcome aboard to the new people that have just subscribed. Hope you're all doing absolutely fan-dabby-dozy. You know, Thomas going 80 mile an hour in free roam. Here we are. We're back in. We're back in. Nice. Back to where I want to be on the laptop. So let me close that down. Get rid of all that. Ow. And then I can run a poll. Oh, hey, look at that. We can run polls again. Oh, I felt lost for a second, I won't lie. So, what next? Do you want to see some Espan? Do you want to see a bit of... is it Regio? I'm just going to put regional. Do you want to see a bit of regional? Do you want to see maybe like a Vectron IC service? Because I'm very intrigued by those. Or do you want to see... DMU service, because I'm also interested by them. So regional's like a 442 or something, so I'm going to put 442. There you go. The polls return. They're back. I like the polls. I'm a fan of the polls. So whilst we do that, I'm going to catch up with the chat. So yeah, I've been enjoying the not leaving the route aspect about Medway Valley. Yeah, that's another one I'm interested in, because although like I don't know much about the southern region. Again, it's similar to like BML as well. That's like self-contained as well. Because, correct me if I'm wrong, it's like mainly Stroud to Tunbridge, isn't it? That's the main service that you do end to end. Is that right? I don't actually know, but that's what I'm guessing. A Dutch route would be epic. What are you most excited for coming to Train Sim World 6? Oh, there's so much. There is so much that's coming to Train Sim World 6 that it's hard to pick. It really is. Let me have a little look at the roadmap, because that'll help me decide. Let's have a look at the roadmap, because it were a good roadmap, this one, wasn't it? I know it's been a little while, but it was a good, strong roadmap. In terms of UK content, it's got to be... I'm between Trent Valley and Medway Valley. I like Trent Valley because it's the Midlands, but the Medway Valley is more my style that I quite like. In terms of non-UK stuff, probably the Setúbal route, the Portuguese one. I am intrigued by that, and also Tadami line, that looks quite nice as well. Straight to Paddock Wood with Tunbridge during peak. Ah, there you go. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, of course it's Paddock Wood, because that's what it's like on TSC. I should have known that. But yeah, it's all quite, like I say, self-contained. Which, yeah, I'm looking forward to that. It's going to be a good bit of fun. Square haystacks and round ones. It's a straw poll. Oh dear. Oh dear. 18 votes in the poll. Let's get it to 20. I think we're between Vectron and IC. Yeah, I mean, it could also mean a Flixtron. We can do a Flixtron if you want to, but I've just seen some Vectron and DB101 coaches as a service, which is very interesting. 20 votes, and it's only just a regional service with the 442. This is what I meant, by the way, with the what's it? Ow. With the, so like, for example, the 111 also does a couple of services, and I think some other things come in as well. 146, and if you've got the applicable stuff, it will come in, but obviously got the 103 doing some bits. Heritage Tour there. Got the freight locos that all sub in for one another. We're doing the 442, so we can do that. We'll go back to Arkin. Should we do it in the morning? 7:46. We'll do that. That's fine. Do it in April, so it's nice and atmospheric and such. There we go. Cool. What does it mean, Vectron IC? Oh, yeah, that's what I meant, like Flixtron or something like that. What I will do is I'll get another poll going. Oh, do you know what? Now that I've got them back, what next? Do you want to see a DBBR 101 service? Do you want to see a Vectron service? In fact, no, I'm not going to change that. Vectron IC. Do you want to see a DMU? Do you want to see what's it? Espan or something else? Something else. Rightio, let's do this. So this was the start of the service I did earlier in my before versus after video, which I didn't want to complete, but we can do that. What are we calling that here? This is a relatively all stopper. Yeah, it looks like that one. Looks like that way. This is Koln. I love that the Pringles are still there. I'm very happy with the Pringles. Big fan of the Pringles. I'm just a big fan of Pringles in general. Anyway, there you go. 101. Quite like the 101. Richie's abusing the polls. Yeah, I needed to get them back. I needed to get them back. Let me catch up with the chat. So, just broken 100-mile-an-hour mark in Thomas. We nearly didn't include Tunbridge, but figured out it would be weird not to, especially with the freight yard. Yeah, I think when I looked at it on TSC, obviously I saw the service going to Paddock Wood, and I thought, well, I wonder if it'll go to Tunbridge. I was very much, I think myself and a lot of the community were like, wow, it goes even further afield on like South Eastern High Speed, because it goes as, is it Gravesend and Raynham? I think it goes as far as, which I know we already have in the game, but it has to be reworked, and like it's been shown in the before versus after, it does seem like a lot of work's gone into it. Obviously you'll know, but yeah, like the fact that it was the extension to Tunbridge and also reworked South Eastern High Speed, I feel like as a win-win in all sorts of situations. I've also opened the left door for some reason. I don't know why I've done that. When is this releasing? Like, I know it's tomorrow, but what time? 10 AM, I believe so, and I think that's on all platforms. I think. There we go. Come on. Power. There we go. You're looking forward to the Czech route as it's a small line with a bit of speed changing and a new country. There were 442s in the UK as Gatwick Express, I think. Not these 442s. I don't think. Are you doing, Mark Moss? Are we doing well? For the end of the stream, can you do a Flying Scotsman? We're not doing anything UK tonight. Richie's got talent. Ah, I'd like to hope so, but I don't. I know what you're saying though. Good talent. I don't like the horn on these things though. The horn upsets me. You've just arrived at Leighton Midland Road. Nice one. The Medway Valley Line 375 start at Gillingham Depot, so we wanted to include them so the trains never leave the map. Ah, smart. I like it. Yeah, that makes sense now. Gravesend to Raynham is on the Chatham Mainline section. Yeah, which is what we've already got in South East and High Speed, isn't it? But yeah, I like that about Gillingham. You're hoping for a Thameslink extension? Four 442s that look like the 153s and the 155s. It's telling me to use CIFA, but I'm not going to. I'm scared. CIFA scares me. Do we do a bit of CIFA just for now, or do I just not, you know, not push me luck? Not PZB. I'll do Seafer. That's the most I'll do. I need to make sure my volume's actually up. We have Dartford, St Pancras, Ashford, Faversham, Raynham, and that's all in South East and High Speed. Just need Dover now, don't we? And then everyone will say Eurostar, and then I'll cry. Why do you want Eurostar? It's just a big long tunnel. Use Seafer. Oh no, I'm scared. I'm using it. It's fine. It'll be okay. It's PZB I don't like. That thing confuses the absolute life out of me. I was watching Paul do it earlier, and it's like it kept stinging him, and he's like pretty much an expert. I'd be useless, mate. It's really difficult, and you'll know, right? It's often quite difficult to stream, read a chat, and then focus on safety systems, especially German safety systems. So if you're able to pull it off, props to you, because I can't do it. The issue is with CIFA and like PZB and stuff as well, is it doesn't take into account that us Brits like to have a cup of tea when we're driving these trains. So, well, I certainly do anyway. So when you try and take a sip of tea, that's when it goes off, and then that's when all hell breaks loose. I know what route. I know what we need is a route where we can move trains in the north, in the National Railway Museum. Oh, see now you're talking my language, because, like, I've been there before, obviously, and that'd be very, very cool to see. But just York as a station would be absolutely fantastic. It really would. I would really like, for like a northern route, with York included, we've got to see something like the Harrogate line. That'd be so cool. I would love to see it. I like the Harrogate Loop. Dover, Sandwich, Charing Cross, and a lot more. It'd be funny to have a route in Sandwich, because then the collectible could be sandwiches. That's like kind of a given, isn't it? In my opinion, it'd be epic if you could change voltage at Arkin with the Vectron. Matt confirmed that the station will lack the Belgian voltage, though. Yeah, because I don't think there's much point, because it's. I know it just goes into Belgium straight after that, but I think obviously for it'd need to all be reworked, wouldn't it? Right, next is Horem. Let's go. Just blame the chat when it goes wrong. Oh, trust me, I do. But then they all tell me off, so I can never win. If it beeps, hit the button. That's my technique. Yes, but the thing is, it beeps a lot in Germany. There's a lot of beeps. Hey, you'd fancy Dartford to London with the South Eastern Metro? You going to York soon? Have fun. I love York, I really do. We were looking at going to York this weekend. We're not now, but we were gonna. Leeds to York via Garforth. Yeah, that's what the Harrogate Loop would be. Harrogate Loop would be obviously the line around the Harrogate line, and then the loop bit would be Leeds to York via Garforth and Micklefield, up then the East Coast Main Line via Church Fenton. Way, slow down, whoa, chill out. This seems a lot busier than the route I did on the before versus after. An awfully lot busier. Racing freight, nice. Oh, I can speed up again now. The freight's going quicker than us. Is that because we've slowed down a bit too much? It's fine. Come on, hamster cheeks. Is that what they call this? It's hamster cheeks or something like that, isn't it? Do you think TGV deserves a remaster, or is it not popular enough? I don't think popularity is the main driver for a remaster. I think it helps if there's a lot of interest. I mean, let's have a look. Where's that going? I think TGV could be quite cool. I personally would just like to see a different part of that network, or maybe like a French commuter route. I think that would be cool. And I always thought with Focus coming on board, that might have been like, it could have been the case because they're a French. I think they're a French company, but that would be very cool to see another French route. You're going to London this weekend specifically for the London Transport Museum. I've been past it but not into it. When me and Shan went down to London last year, I says, can we go in there? And she says, nope. To be fair, we had a very jam-packed day, so I don't blame her. And it was also very, very hot, so walking around a museum probably wasn't the best idea. But then I think there was something going on in London that day, because our tour bus got, like, taken somewhere else. TGV needs to be rebuilt. There you go. So it'd probably be better just to do it from scratch. A French commuter route sounds nice. Again, if that's something you want to see, think of an idea. Do you know what would be really, really cool? I don't know much about this line, but it'd be cool to have a line that goes through the Monaco train station, because then you could have like an F1 scenario, and you could have just some cool little nods to F1. I think that'd be a really cool hybrid. I'd also really like to see the Dutch route that goes to Zandvoort, the racetrack, because you can see I think you can see the racetrack from the station. And who knows, there could be like a deal with EA where you just have the model of Zandvoort in there, maybe seeing the race cars go around. Because the closest thing we've got to like racing in Train Sim World is the San Bernardino line, where you've got the racetrack there. I don't know if there's any others, but you've got that racetrack. I think a route where the end of it would be York and you can move stuff in the museum. Yeah, I mean, again, the Harrogate Loop would be that. There is a station in Monaco. It's not in Monaco itself. It's like just outside of Monaco, but it's classed as Monaco. What's the line called now? I'm scared to do this. It's going to keep beeping at me, but. The Marseille Ventimiglia line. So it actually goes to Marseille, which would connect up to the LGV Mediterranean route. So that would actually work quite nicely. I might make that a suggestion, you know. I think that would be really, really funny. Operated by SNCF. It's not operated by SNCF. It is, according to Google. Connects the Principality, Marseille, Nice, Cannes, and Ventimiglia. Is that Italy? Ventimiglia? I think it is. That would be quite cool anyway. It's around about 22 minutes though, so it's not overly long. But I just thought of that one because that'd be quite cool. An F1 car route collectible, yeah, that'd be quite cool. This is what I mean, or maybe like little checkered flags or something, because they're not branded, I don't think. Like going around collecting checkered flags. I would really, really like that. I just need to know what I would love to know how to build stuff in the Unreal editor. I've given it a bit of a go, but I would love to know how to do it, because there's so many ideas I've got that I'd love to build. That one, Harrogate Loop line, the Stourbridge Junction line. that'd be pretty easy. One big request I have, BML remaster. Yeah, I think you join the majority of the community, myself included, who would like to see that. That with also having 700s on it would be absolutely gorgeous. The only issue is it needs to see a lot of optimization, wouldn't it? So I can see why at the minute East Coast Way is the one. Well, East Coast Way has been picked because of 171 pack, like, but I feel like the reason why out of the two, it just kind of makes sense. Coming into here a bit too hot. Slow down. Oh, hey. I'm doing alright with this Seafer stuff. I'm surviving, just about. Ah, that door. That door. Ah, so close. I really should have had 642 installed earlier. I feel like it would have made the route feel a lot busier. BML is too quiet without the 700s compared to real. It's too quiet. No, I'm sorry, Southerner. I agree with a lot of what you say, but there is no way in its current state BML is quiet. If you think BML is too quiet, I'm sorry. No, I can't agree with that. I feel like the 700s would just make it even busier than what it is, and it's already quite busy. You can't say BML is quiet. Yeah, you really can't. It, like, in its current state, it may all be Electrostars, and I'm not saying there's any issues with Electrostars, don't get me wrong, but it may all be Electrostars, but it's busy. It's very busy. I think it's the busiest timetable in the entire game. I think you're right. Was it like 1,000? I'll have a look in a second. I think it's around about 1,400 services, I think. I mean, I got the 700 mod installed, so the 700 mod does make it a lot busier. But yeah, in its current state, Southerner, you can't be saying it's quiet. He cross country 170s on Midland Main Line. Yeah, Midland Main Line is one I'd like to see a timetable update to. I think would be very good. East Coast Main Line, another timetable update. That would be quite nice. Fife Circle would be quite nice with a bit of a timetable update now that we've got the Voyagers. You just double checked. SNCF operate TGVs, but the TER is operated by Transdev. It is the first non-SNCF TER operator in France. So Kieran, that route that I'm on about, how long is that route? And would that be a cool idea? Because if so, I may have to learn how to use the editor, because that would be really, really cool. If I recall, Great Western didn't quite beat it, but nearly. I think it won't far off. It was about 1,300. So it's not far, but I feel like a lot of the timetables now are, like, they're all busy. Really busy. So I feel like, although BML is the busiest, there's a lot of routes, like, I think what helps BML with its service count is that it's quite a long route, but there's obviously some shorter routes that have got almost as busy timetables. So in the case of Great Western Express, it's not got as many services. However, it's like 10 or 15 miles less. I think it's, what is it, 34 miles is Great Western Express, and I think it's 50 miles for BML. So it feels busier on Great Western Express because it's all kind of more self-contained. The only thing you can say about the BML is that the 700 adds more train variety. Yeah, I think I don't have much experience with Thameslink. I don't really know much about the southern region, but I know that it does funkier services. He did train spotting at Glasgow Central and Cathcart on the Cathcart Circle line with the 2024 timetable. Ooh, yeah, a bit of a remaster to Cathcart Circle. Oh, do you know what? Cathcart Circle is one I want to keep playing, to get back into playing. I love that route. That is... I always... For a long time, I really liked Fife. And I still do, right? But Cathcart Circle has just got something about it. I am quite a big fan of that. It would probably be like my highest mileage route if the route weren't like quite short. It's not short, obviously, because of the nature of the route. It doesn't cover many miles, but like I spent a lot of time on that one. You can head off now, Matt. Thank you for coming in, much appreciate it, and have a good rest of the evening. Hopefully catch you in a future stream. We need 220s to layer into Cathcart Circle. Yeah, it'd be cool, don't get me wrong. I feel like at the minute it's still quite busy. It's Cathcart Circle now with the newer timetable, but it would be cool to see the voyages, yeah. You haven't spoken in ages. Well, welcome back, Anton. Welcome back. You're approaching Gillingham. Alright, we're around about 10 kilometres away from Duren. Duren. Well, I think we're actually from Birmingham at Duran. It's only 250 kilometres. What, the route I'm on about? It might have to be cut down a little bit. The route is one of the most beautiful in France as it goes along the Côte d'Or next to the sea. Oh. I thought it'd be a bit shorter than that, I won't lie. Can I do a Suffragette Line stream tomorrow? No, I won't be streaming now till Sunday. Unfortunately, there's this little thing called time, which I don't seem to have a lot of at the minute. So we'll do Suffragette Line in the future at some point. Don't get me wrong. I mean, we've got the Richmond extension coming. Well, I don't know when, but once that releases, we could do another TFL, all things TFL. So we could do a bit of Suffragette, a bit of Mild May. Who knows? But I won't be doing the stream tomorrow, no fetcher, no. But if you want to see some Suffragette Line content, mate, honestly, go and check out what I've got. There's loads. Hopefully you were quietly listening to what your community would like. Dovetail and Mats, they do listen. You know, contrary to popular belief, they do actually listen to the community, and they genuinely listen to the community more than other game devs. I mean, I'm not being funny, but this PS5 mounting issue I didn't even know about till the stream yesterday. I didn't realise it was an issue. It never affected me, which is what I find very weird, because obviously I mainly play on the PlayStation. So they do listen and they do try. Having conversations with Matt before, you know, he does listen. In fact, right, I remember, and I hope Matt doesn't mind me saying this, but when I did the Dovetail visit last year, before Riviera Line came out, obviously we got to test it at the event, but he came up to everyone and said, listen, one thing we want to get your opinion on is the Voyager, let us know your feedback, whatever else. And we gave a bit of feedback, and that feedback was noticed, and obviously went into the final product. So they do listen, trust me. He's delight to work with, helps us loads, and really passionate about what he does. Oh yeah, very very, very passionate. It's the thing is, what people sometimes fail to see is the fact that the game is made by people who like train, not mainly by people who like trains, but are interested in trains, and obviously are interested in making what they make. So there is certainly passion there. It's not like it's a soulless corporation who doesn't want to be making these things. They do, and they want to make it as good as it can be. There's just technical limitations sometimes, or technical issues. I mean, come on, I couldn't even get OBS to bloody work about an hour ago, so I'm not going to complain about what can and we can't done in an Unreal editor. So I ain't got a clue. I'm not saying that Dovetail have done bad work, nor they don't listen to people. Yeah, but you're saying you were talking more about the Belgian voltage at Arkin, which would, in the grand scheme of things in this route, wouldn't really add much. It would only affect the Vectron, which isn't core to this route anyway, which makes absolutely no sense. If it was kind of a big feature of the game, sure, because power changeovers exist. Southeastern High Speed, the upcoming Stamford route, Morristown line. I can't think of many more examples, but there is a lot of examples where you do power changeovers anyway, and you have to. And they work where they need to work. So when there's a voltage for a layer train, for one layer train out of the many that are in it, it kind of makes no sense. Dovetail isn't like the EA, so be grateful of that. EA is interesting. For me, EA is quite funny when it comes to the Sims DLCs, because they are... People complain about like Train Sim World route prices and DLCs, but you can get a Sims DLC which is a couple of characters and it's 32 quid. I think there's a DLC in Sims and it's called like Pets or something like that, or like Cats and Dogs or something stupid like that, and it's 32 quid to get some dogs, some cats and dogs in your world. And then people are complaining that a 1-to-1 scale 50-mile route is too much for 50 quid. For 30 quid, not 50 quid, sorry. It does blow my mind. Don't get me wrong, we would all love for it to be cheaper. And if it were possible, then sure, why not? But it's... yeah. The Dovetail peeps are awesome. I have regular chats with a few of them, notably Harry, Alex and Candice, in the Dovetail Discord, even if Harry and I are having a bit of a running joke. Harry's quite funny. A few of us had a conversation at the Dovetail meet. She's got some interesting stories. She's quite fun to chat to. I'm just finished the suffragette line, the whole thing, and I'm exhausted. Does it affect the Schnellfahrstrecke Koln route? Does what affect the route? No slander of the Sims. Sorry, folks. Sorry. Well, I'm just putting into... I'm putting into context just prices of DLCs. I don't dislike The Sims as a concept. The Sims is a great game, but the add-on packs are like 32 quid. But then people will complain about the prices of Train Sim World DLC. I'll tell you what I will slander for The Sims. The blooming board game for The Sims. I bought the missus because she loves The Sims. I bought the board game for it, and my god is it complicated. Good evening, Callum, the first member to join in the chat tonight. How are you doing? It's cool, because obviously I've set up memberships, and it's the first time seeing a member pop up in a chat. How you doing? Hope you're doing well. If you've not become a member, by the way, that is now a thing, apparently, that you can do. It's a couple of quid a month, and you get... I am in the process of setting up a Discord chat. At the minute, there's only 2 members, so I've not really seen the point of fully setting it all up yet, but you get a couple of... emojis you can use. I need to make the pointing ones at some point. You got a couple of emojis you can use. You get a Discord role if you join the Discord. There's a few other things that you can do. The main thing is that you'll be supporting the channel and you'll be supporting me making this content. So if that's something you want to do, feel free to do it. You don't have to, of course. Anything, I won't be taking anything away from the people that watch this, you know, who just want to watch it anyway. But yeah, I much appreciate the 2 people that have come on board. I'm going to do a shout out because obviously it's member shout outs. Callum and West Midlands Transport, both members, both legends. Thank you very much. Did I tell you about the said running joke? Hit me with it. Go on. I'm happy to hear a running joke. I may have my disagreements with EA, but that's a whole different conversation. That's not for here. Ooh. Tea? Question mark? It's snowing in Chatham. It never snows in Chatham. Doing well, thanks. Had my day off college. Had a day off from college, so been chilling. Nice one. I'm really scared of being stung by Seether. It's a very scary little thing, is that. Just had that new subscriber, so welcome aboard to the new person that has just subscribed. Hope you're doing well. Five new subscribers this evening. Thank you very much, peeps. Thank you very much. Yeah, you've been bought by the Saudi government. Yeah, we'll leave that there. No worries. Glad I can see the first Great Western AI and just had to enable all the advanced settings. Oh, could you not see the AI before? We having issues with that? I'm spooked. I'm very much spooked. We're doing alright though. We've not been stung just yet. It's okay. How long we got? We've got around about another 25 minutes on this run, and let's see if we can survive it. Yeah, but it's sorted now. I have no idea why you wouldn't be seeing the AI. After this, are you signing off for the day? No, we're going to do one more run after this, I think. There's a vote. There's a vote going. There's a poll going now. We can either do some more. We're doing anything to do in hold on, let me get my words out. Anything that we're doing tonight, we're doing in Snel Fast Track Koln. I may for the last hour as well hop on to TikTok as well and stream onto there. That could be quite cool. You're doing a first Great Western HST service that's on the slow lines. Yeah, that's yeah, I saw a service that stops at like Slough, Twyford and Maidenhead. That were quite cool, that. But yeah, Fetcher, we've got a poll going. Either for Vectron, DMU, Espan or something else. You're one of my 5 new subscribers. Well, welcome aboard, Fetcher. Hope you're doing well. One of these days we will do the long-awaited suffragette line, and when we do the suffragette line, I expect you to be in that stream. We're not loading passengers for some weird reason. Ah, that's why, because I've not stopped properly. There is no poll for you. Are you on an iPhone by any chance? Because there was no poll for me as well, which was very weird. There we go. That's better. Harry, myself, and a few others were talking model trains. She was talking about her Hornby 66, but missed out the B. Oh yes, yes. I made a quote image and stuck it on the Discord, and the mods pinned it in general. Yeah. I think I remember that. That's the one I'm currently doing 1 hour 02. You're on Lenovo. No, oh, is that Android? I don't know. I think YouTube's short form or whatever it is struggling with the polls today because I couldn't get it on my phone. Looking like the Vectron is winning at the moment. Yeah, it certainly does look like that. We saw a really interesting Vectron service being pulled by a rail pull Vectron of all things. So I'm tempted to do that. And then we'll see what we're like for time. I mean, 25 minutes and another IC run. That'll take us to around about 10 o'clock. So I'll probably need to think about sleeping. Annoyingly, I was hoping that I could start early, but the blooming thing wouldn't let me do it, so... Right. Eschweiler, I think that's how you say that. I can check on my phone regarding the poll. I can see the poll now. I'm back on the laptop now, so I can see the poll. All fine. I've got the YouTube studio open, but I just couldn't see. Sorry, I've just saw something else. Yeah, it's I've lost my train of thought now. Completely gone. Where's it gone? Where have it gone? Lost it. Don't matter. It's interesting because it terminates at Reading because it's usually a 165 or 166. Oh, it's like a substitute. Interesting. I'm in your team. I must say, you, Dovetail, and the ambassadors slash the other channels are fantastic train enthusiasts. Thank you for also the explanation before. No worries, Danny. Not a problem at all. I wouldn't say I'm much of a train. Like, I'm an enthusiast, obviously, but I don't know much about trains. So if you have any questions, I'm usually not the best person to ask. I'm just someone who likes trains and I like simulation games, and this is a perfect combination of the two. So yeah. But yeah, welcome aboard, Danny. Much appreciate it. Poll show up on my Pixel. I think it hides it if you voted on another device, or maybe because that would make sense. Yeah, actually, because I obviously can't vote in my own poll. Makes sense. They usually go past Reading, so it's called like it terminates at Reading, and then you can turn it back around again. I'm tempted to either do some BR on Friday night, or I may even just do another Great Western Express remaster stream, like a week on. That could be quite cool because it's still really, really popular. You finished your 465 Rochester run. Nice. Could even at some point, like closer to Medway Valley's release, we could maybe do some Southeastern High Speed. Because that's a really, really popular route as well, is Southeastern High Speed. Folks, if you're still here, what's the one thing you're most looking forward to when Medway Valley Line comes out? Like, what are you most looking forward for the community to see? It comes on in platform 14, the run you're doing. Could you make your next run in the early evening? Of course. Why not? I don't see any issues with that. Get some nice dusk lighting. I don't know why. I don't know why. I always do my runs first thing in the morning. Always with a little bit of light cloud. I always do the same runs. Because like throughout the rest of the day I don't ever do anything. I mean, I should probably do like an all night stream or like an all day stream where I actually do like stuff throughout the day, like a shift. I would like to do that at some point. If I were going to do that, I'd do it for a charity, and I'd probably do it for like a cat charity or something. I have often tempted myself with the idea of doing a stream with Cats Protection because they actually support streamers. And like support charity live streams, so I was potentially looking at doing something like that. I absolutely can't wait for Medway Valley Line to come out. It's going to be awesome. Back to college tomorrow, then finish for the half term on Friday. Oh, is it half term? Oh, my bus is going to be quiet. Nice. Thanks, Richie. I wanted to see what the evening lighting looks like. Yeah, of course. If there's anything you want to see in this remaster, let me know. I'm just doing a couple of random services just to see what it looks like. So if there's any requests, please do let me know. You spawned the 387 on Great Western Express Remaster and seen that after seeing the BA video, British Aces video. Yeah, Ant-Man. We when I did my little stream, I spawned them in as well. I didn't realise you could do it. I expect it to go into the timetable. What, the 387s? I think it's going to be a bulk recording day tomorrow, as by the time I get home on Sunday I'll be zonked. What are we doing tomorrow? We are doing some bulk recording for Married to the Grid. That's going to be quite cool. I'm just going to quickly remind anyone here, if you're interested in F1 and you're interested in my content, feel free to go and check out mine and the Mrs.'s F1 channel, which is going to start ramping up now that the season has started. It's going to start ramping up. We've just hit 120 subscribers on there, nice. There you go. If you're interested in F1, feel free to go check out that. We have just done a video on the Cadillac livery, which is doing alright actually. Shan's taken over editing duties on that, so we've also had 4 new subscribers. We're almost at 6.84. That's mad. We're closing in on 7k very, very quickly. You must take a look at your video. Yeah, we did a whole stream on it last Friday. Feel free to check it out. Also, Ant-Man, if you're interested, I did like a side-by-side comparison of the Great Western Express Remaster, and I'm planning to do one for this as well, I think. How you doing, Sam? Welcome into the stream. Hope you're doing well. Did you hear about the Great Western Railway 387? What about the 387? How you finding DaVinci Resolve? I love DaVinci Resolve. I prefer it than my other softwares. It's better than Caden Live, and it's better than whatever the other one, CapCut, I was using. The good thing with DaVinci Resolve, I know you can do it with other editing softwares, but so with this laptop, Shan's taken over editing duties for Married to the Grid. Because we had a discussion the other night, because I'm not going to say too much, but there is plans for, there's plans I've got for YouTube, right, more to be confirmed in the coming weeks, but there's plans, and it may, not massively, it may mean that like, sometimes I won't be able to have full focus on Married to the Grid and this channel. I'm not going to go into too many details. Anyway, basically, I had a discussion. I said to Shan, I was like, do you want to take on editing duties for Married to the Grid? Because I was doing it. So that way, you know, when it comes to doing this channel and whatever else YouTube-wise, then it makes life a bit easier. And she was like, yeah, absolutely. I'll make it a bit more like my old Chantendo vids. Like, yeah, go on in. So she's taken over that, and she's doing a really good job of it. If you've seen the Cadillac video, that was all edited by her. The only thing I did was put the images in, because I'm very finicky with that. But she's done everything else, and she's just edited the McLaren one, and the Aston Martin one we still need to do some edits for. But yeah, the McLaren one she's doing, that should come out tomorrow. So yeah. Any ideas when Drive to Survive is on? Drive to Survive, I believe, is the 27th of Feb, I think. Oh, there you go, 28th of Feb. Do you know when we'll celebrate something and play a nice train game and do the wheel? What do you mean, Freddie? Do you mean like when we'll celebrate a milestone? Well, the way that the channel's going, it's by the trajectory, we'd hit 7k next week. which is kind of mad to think about because we've only just hit 6k, but because we're so close to 7k, it means we're not far away from 10k, which is a pretty big deal. For a 5-digit YouTube channel, something I never thought would happen. And I know that's still a little while away. We're talking 3.1k away. But 10k is closer than 0. So it's quite that's the sort of big one. And I need to start thinking if the trajectory is anything to talk about, then that could be an interesting one. I don't know what I'd do. I don't know what I'll do for 7k. It's come around so quickly. Have you seen that United fan who won't cut his hair until they win 5 games in a row? I was very, very eagerly watching the West Ham match last night, and I'm not interested in football. Mainly because I thought he was going to get his hair cut, but yes, I have seen him. United Strand. Have you seen what Mark Goldbridge has said about him? He said that he's going to sue, the United Stand's going to sue the United Strand because for doing a parody of his name. And yes, I do watch Mark Goldbridge. That's the only sort of way I watch football, which is probably not the best way to watch anything to do with football, but I do watch him. I find him quite entertaining. I only get interested in football when there's a major tournament on. So this year, with it being the World Cup, I will be very interested in the football. To the point where if there's an England match on a Saturday night, I ain't streaming. But they're going to be at stupid times because it's in America, isn't it? Some of his analogies are actually quite funny. Yeah, some of his analogies are absolutely ridiculous. Did you see the clip of him when his wall collapsed on him? That were brilliant. Full scope. No, there is no train announcements because this remaster is just a lighting and a scenery overhaul. It's not a full remaster. I'm not too sure the reasons why there aren't any announcements. It might be something to do with the fact that, like, I don't know, this might have been built when the timetable was built, which was before Train Sim World 6. I don't know. But no, there's no announcement. Which would be cool. It'd be cool to have some announcements on it. Saw that was brilliant. Yeah, I watch a bit of it. He's quite good. We just had two new subscribers. Sorry. 2 new people joined the Discord server. So welcome to Mauser and welcome to I Like Trains. Hope you're doing well. I don't know why it's not Major's Rail fans, but I can sort that out. That's fine. Very weird that it's not done that, but I can fix that. That's fine. Good evening, Alex. Hope you're doing well. I saw that you were doing something to do in your model railway, weren't you? What is that beeping noise every now and then? CIFA. It's the equivalent of AWS. Pretty much. The beep is CIFA, is indeed. Paul, how you doing? Good evening. Hope you're doing well. You've missed all the fun. We've had loads of people in tonight. We had Matt come in earlier on. We had Forks come in talking a little bit about Medway Valley. Had it all going on. I've been using CIFA for the last 50 minutes and I've not broke it, not touched PZB. And yeah. Have you seen the Mark Goldbridge full kit FIFA manager? That was funny. I've not seen that one, no. Of course, those that don't know, Train Simulator Driver is obviously one of the ambassadors and did a stream on this earlier on. You've done a side-by-side video, haven't you? Because you're a mod. Feel free to pop a link to that. Because I've not done anything like that this time. I'm 12 minutes late for work, so I'm here with you instead. Oh dear, no. If you're late for work, get to work. You'll, but you won't get in trouble. I can imagine you're probably the boss, aren't you? You're the boss man. You're probably telling everyone else to stop being late. That's interesting. Diddle-doo-doo-doo. I find it interesting when Todd 4 comes, because genuinely Todd 4 feels like a whole new route. It really does. It's cool that you're attracting the devs into the chat. That's awesome. Yeah, it's cool that like it's reached that point now where significant figures in Train Sim World are popping in. I do quite like that. It was flipping mad on a Saturday at Doncaster, but I'm glad I got this job done and I can rest as I bought a model railway train for my unboxing video in the next model railway exhibition in Lincoln. Bloody hell, Lincoln, why would you want to go there for? His FIFA... basically his FIFA man was wearing a full kit on FIFA 21 and he's not been impressed. I'm a team leader, yes, but I'm not the boss. I've avoided that for 35 years and I plan to avoid it for another 7. Another 7? Why another 7? Why 7? It's very specific. You retire in 7 years? No, surely not. Surely not. That shocks me, you know. Now that you say it, yeah, it makes sense. But surely not. That's crazy. That's the side-by-side you asked for. Ah, nice one. Thank you. Feel free to go and check that out, peeps, if you want to see a side-by-side of this, or any other content on this. I think technically, as it stands, I think I retire in 42 years. Gosh, that's a bit scary, actually. Oh dear. Because I think the retirement age in the UK is 67, I think. Would you fully retire at retirement age, or like would you carry on? Because I know a lot of people who have worked all their lives don't like retirement and they want to carry on going. If you're on this 166 on BML, the announcements work. Do they? Well, yeah, that would make sense. Because trains that have the announcements work on all the routes. It's like, for example, the Voyager has announcements on Birmingham Cross City. It's 6... Whoa. Stop. Whoa. Ah, no! Oh. Hold on. Load last checkpoint. We can fix this. We can fix this. It's only one station behind. Oh, is it 67 there too? Oh, I thought it were, I don't know why, part of me thought it was 60, 65. It's 60, it's still 65 here, but for me, I think it's still 65 if you were born at a, I think if you were born like, I don't know, like in like 1970s or whatever it is. But I think for me it's they've had it done a few years. Because A, it's my job to make a video for everyone who can't make it to the event or missed it, and B, I don't live far away from Lincoln. Fair enough. So close. I know, Hannah, so close. Ugh. I saw it happen and I thought, oh god, here we go. Did you see the Rex before versus after video? No, I haven't. I am meaning to watch that though. I did see that he uploaded that though. I've got plenty to do away from work. Money might force me to do consulting, like teaching Richie how to not spad. Well, with how you're going, you may be able to live off YouTube once you come to retire. If we do this again and I spad again, I tell you what, I feel like I'm just not cut out for German trains. I can retire any time after this year technically, but I'll run out of money before I die, which is a little bit boring. I blame the brakes on the 442. Yeah, I suppose you can retire at any age, can't you? If you had PZB on, you probably wouldn't have spad. Yeah, we probably wouldn't have made it to Arkin though, to be honest. It's a catch-22 where it would save us, but I also wouldn't make it here. I'll be a bit more mindful. My YouTube channel couldn't afford to pay the internet and power needed to make the content, let alone buying the games. Yeah, but what I'm saying is in 7 years. So whatever you're making now, just times it by 7. I don't know, that makes no sense, but in somewhere in my brain that makes sense. I do find that YouTube doesn't pay the bills, but for an extra bit of pocket money in your back. Oh, hold on. For an extra bit of money in your, I'm gonna do it again, Anna. For another bit of money in your pocket. That's what I wanted to say. I wanted to say for another bit of money in your back pocket, and I couldn't get it out. We made it right. What am I saying? It's not bad. It ain't bad. I won't go into what I earn because it's none of your business. Like, it's not yours lot business. I'll probably tell Paul because we'll talk about money, but the general consensus is it's kind of a bit of a, you don't really talk about money. It's like talking about your salary, isn't it? Right. What's going to win? Are we going to do? We've got 65 votes on the poll. So if you've not voted in the poll, now's your time to do so. Do you want a DMU service? Do you want a Vectron IC service, an Espan service, or something else? 65 votes in the poll. I can imagine that's going to be the most of you. At the minute, Espan's winning, which is actually kind of favourable. A little bit of money in little bit of pocket in your money. That's that's it. It pays for the games to play on the channel, and that's plenty. You following Heathrow Connect 350? It's Hannah. That's exactly how I said it in my head. A little bit of back pocket in your money. That's it. That's the one. 66 votes. We'll get to 70. In fact, no, because we're talking about retirement age, get to 67 votes. And then what wins is what we'll do. Well, I might have to just... Well, hey, we just had 2 more subscribers. Welcome aboard. Nice. And we've also had another subscriber on Married to the Grid. Legends. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. 67 votes. There you go. There we go. And the winner is some Espan. That's fine by me. That's fine by me. Do 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 do. Jump in the line. Jump your money on time. Oh yeah, I believe you. Should we do a short Espan and then maybe like a DMU service? How long are the DMU services? We could do that, can't we? Yeah, we'll do a short Espan and then we'll do a short DMU, and that will work out quite nicely, I think. So we'll do Koln to Sindorf, and you wanted a late evening, Hannah? Is that what you wanted to say? Let's have a look. Late evening service. How late are we talking? Something like that. Maybe a run into... How's that? Early to late evening. You're approaching 150 subscribers rather quick, which is cool. How many have you got now? Oh, why? Go on in. I don't do this often, but going sub to Southerner. 3 subscribers away from 150. Going help a fellow content creator out. Talking of retirement, he's staying out of it. I'm approaching 150. Guten Tag, Oliver. Hope you're doing well. What I am going to very, very quickly do is, whilst we're doing this, I'm going to broadcast these last couple of runs to TikTok as well, because we can. You should really make some more content. Yeah, go for it. No worries, Southerner. No worries at all. Wonder if I can do this. Ah, it's all messed up, isn't it? Is it? Right, let me just do that. Can I change that? I think I can. Train sim world 6. Doesn't let me pick train sim world 6, which is really weird, but cool. Go live. Cool. That's fine. That's fine. I'm doing that. Right, nice. We'll do this last little bit on TikTok. Why not as well? Get people seeing some of this stuff. So let me just. That's all fine. Cool. Put that there. Now let's get in. Let's get into this then. Let's do a little bit of Espan. Why not? Yeah, you'll grow in no time, Southerner. Right then, we're live on TikTok for a bit. Got Saintin, Lyson. Welcome in, hope you're doing well. Been live on YouTube for the last couple of hours. Thought I'd quickly hop onto TikTok just to showcase a little bit the Arkin REMASTER, which is coming out tomorrow. How the bloody hell do you change the lights in this thing? High beams, there you go. Is this late enough evening for you? Trains and Leonardo, welcome into the stream. Hope you're doing well. You've been on the Heathrow 360 in real life. Do I dare to do a video on the Expert 101? That could prove for some interesting content. You should do what I was planning to do, and do like a expert versus standard expert 101. Thank you for the heads up on the Thomas and Friends game. Yeah, no one's really mentioned that in the last couple of streams, but yeah, Thomas and Friends, Wonders of Sodor. That's it looks good. It really does. Like, I know people like didn't really like the Thomas idea for Train Sim World initially, but the fact that you've got an open, well, it's relatively open world, isn't it? But you've got a Sodor map and it's like free roam and stuff. I think it's going to be really, really cool. I'm quite looking forward to that. Hannah, you quite like the expert. I won't lie, I've not give it much of a go. That could be an interesting idea. I was going to do that. I was going to do a standard versus expert. However, I couldn't really figure out the expert. So I couldn't really figure out... Yeah, I couldn't figure out the expert. Aiden Rory, hope you're doing well. Curtis, welcome in. LC Winter, that will be my first Train Sim World download. It's not Train Sim World, it's completely separate. Completely separate. Which arguably I feel like is quite a good thing that it's separate from Train Sim World, because it means that you don't need to own Train Sim World in order to get it. Whether you can use the whether you can use Thomas and whatever else in Train Sim World, I don't know. I don't know anything about. Don't know whether that's a thing or not. But the fact that it's its own little standalone thing, it's only 30 quid, 40 for deluxe. Can't really go wrong with that, can you? And a little fly around Koln Arkin. GJ, welcome in. No worries. I've literally only started going live about 2 or 3 minutes ago. Oh, stream's dropped off. That's fine. I'm looking forward to getting the 145 because I listen to the feedback and we'll get English menus. Nice. Just in the Great Western Railway 387 is in. You can spawn it in, yes. GJ, will you be playing the BR 1.4 when it comes out? Yes, I will be. It may just be on YouTube, but I will be playing 1.4, yes. I'm very late, Rex. Rex, welcome in. Hope you're doing well. I'm losing my voice a bit now. I've not drunk any water this stream. This is terrible from me. I'm normally on it with the water. Let me change that straight away. They won't load into Train Sim World because of the identifiers. Harrison, Ruby, and Wales Rails, welcome in. Hope you're doing well. How's the stream going? Very well, thank you, Rex. How are you going? Someone's just told me to check out your before versus after because I've not watched it just yet, but I am gonna put it on my list to watch. Because I like your content. East Coast Way Remaster will be great. Yeah, hopefully that's not too far away. Matty, welcome in. Hope you're doing well. Harry and Tommy and Spotify Lyrics, welcome in. Hope you're doing well. Do you know what compatible content for this on this? Hold on. Do you know what compatible content for this is on Xbox sales? I might try and pick some stuff up. I don't know with Xbox sales. I'm not very good with Xbox. I know on Steam a lot of it's on sale. Clarky, welcome in. Hope you're doing well. Might have been me that told you, but could be wrong. I think it was Callum. I think it was. Yeah, before versus after. That's the one. That's the one. I am planning to watch it. Toy, but pleased to catch up with your stream. I can't believe I missed you in Darlington by like an hour. Train spotting, how you doing? Hope you're doing well. You know what would be a good idea for Thomas and Friends Wonders of Sodor would be if you can actually... what? talk to the engines. I feel like you probably can. I don't know. I feel like in the stories you will be not like you can like talk to NPCs in random games. Does the Southeastern High-Speed route have a graphics update to TOD 4? I totally forgot. It does, yes. It's got TOD 4. It's having some scenery updates as part of the Medway Valley, though, I believe. That was almost a meetup. Yeah, I should have probably pre-arranged it, mate, to be honest. I weren't stopping in Darlington. I was very much there for like 2 minutes, so we probably wouldn't have seen each other. But we could have sorted something. I didn't even think to mention it, to be fair. We'll sort something though, Rex. We will sort something. James Clue, how you doing? The chat box limiting lives is ridiculous. I suppose it avoids spam, doesn't it? Or does it promote spam? Oh, I don't know. It's fine, and eye emoji. Oh, is that eye emoji to a meetup of some kind? Burby Jesus, welcome in. Hope you're doing well. Hey, the brakes are not very good. Oh dear. As Paul says, don't look, don't look. Have you made it to work yet? I'm pretty sure other model railway YouTubers do the same as I do at exhibitions for people who can't make it. Yeah, I mean, there's people from TikTok who are like train people, and we've all done meetups and stuff. I was just travelling that day too, so I was in Darlington for like 10 minutes or so. You didn't guess where I was going though, did you? It's a shame because I could give you a little hint if I had my camera on. Can't believe the 70 is coming from All Aboard. I told you, All Aboard are cooking. All Aboard are cooking. I can imagine that after these couple of things have released, they've probably got some other stuff as well that they're going to be absolutely cooking with. How are things on your stream? I've missed several. Yeah, they're going well. The last few streams have been quite popular. I mean, this one's got 1,200 views already, which is absolutely mental. Tea and biscuits. Oh, I know. Massimo, Finley, Lewis, welcome all in. Hope you're doing well. No, I didn't know where you went that day. I can imagine something for ticking off trains. It was actually something to do with work. However, I utilised that time to be able to do something for ticking off trains, yes. You got half the train on the platform at least. Yes! See, this is what I mean. Hannah, see, you've got the idea right there. Half the train is still in the platform, so it's absolutely fine. Not a problem. I wish we could make our own engines in the game. I mean, if you learn the tools, you can. If you get a part of the third party. Make your own route if you wanted to. I think someone has made their own route and uploaded it as a mod. No offense, but I don't like TikTok, but I do like your suggestion on the previous stream about my channel. Oh, about doing short form. Yes, short form content is the way to go. It really is. Oh, you mean in Thomas game? No, that won't happen. Not in Thomas. Frankie, thank you for the summer sun. Much appreciate it. I do need a bit of summer sun. Gosh, I'm terrible at stopping at these places. My goodness gracious me. Oh dear. Oh my. Oh wow. You can tell I've started streaming onto 2 places now, can't you? Class 70 was surprising, especially since Train Simulator 2 has the Class 70 in British Midlands 2.0. Oh, come on. Oh. Oh, dear. Well. Good grief. I know, good grief. All aboard are on fire. Any news about the 5 circle timetable update with the ScotRail Class 158? It's completely disappeared from the last few road maps. It's already released. The 5 sprinter timetable's out. It's been out for months. No, it's definitely tea and biscuits. No, it's okay. It's fine. It's alright. It's Germany anyway. They don't have tea and biscuits. Bradley and Jazante, welcome in. Hope you're doing well. And Charlie, hope you're doing well. What are the train games' speciality than car games? What do you mean, wisdom? I don't know what that means. Come on. Perfect stop. Come on, double 12. They can walk to the next station. It's only a couple hundred metres apart. It's fine. Look at this one. They can get the next train. It's alright. Really impressed with what all the board are doing. Oxen no home. I know. It's always when I don't have the bingo one. Skipper, welcome in. Yeah, but look at this. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. See, no issues. I don't see any issues there. Been needing to catch up with the February roadmap, but I definitely read the article. Hopefully your day and stream goes well. I came on here to say thank you for the notice of Thomas and Friends. No worries, Saintin. I hope you enjoy the game when it eventually comes out. You can imagine there'll be plenty of content. And also, I mean, if you're aware of my YouTube, which you probably are, when the game does come out, I'm hoping I'll get early access to it. It's being part of the Ambassador program. So if you want to see some early access content on it, then feel free to come and check me out on the YouTubes. This is where you tell me that you're watching on YouTube as well. Deutsche Bahn are watching terrible in real life. Do you know what? I've had some experiences with Deutsche Bahn, and I don't think they're that bad. As easily. I also got caught on Koln Arkin as the platforms are shorter than the other Espan. Someone who wanted to get off at the last station. Sorry. West Coast Mainline Trent Valley is exciting because it's special to me because I've been asking for the possibility of it and now it's coming. I wonder how much it will cost. What, Thomas? Or something else? Jace, how you doing? Welcome in. Hello mate, I have a bit of an off-topic question. Do you think that now that the LNR has become public, there is a chance for the licence will reach trains in world, for example through West Coast Mainline Trent Valley? I don't know, because the thing is, I get what you're saying, but we've had this discussion before, where the brand itself, the service is being operated by the government, yes. But the brand is still owned by someone, and someone still has the rights to that. It's why, like LNAR, for example, they'll still have the brand. It's still a company that's owned by someone. So I don't know. London North Western Railway is a brand, isn't it? And it just means that the service itself is taken on. It's like, for example, it's like when Arriva Trains Wales lost the contract for the Wales services to transport for Wales. It was Arriva, the brand. So if London North Western Railway are owned privately by someone and they didn't want the licence in before, they probably won't want it again. You've subscribed, thank you very much, Tintin, much appreciate it. Do you think the 70 will add on to the Trent Valley or layer into the other 66 services? We were saying this earlier on, GJ, and I would like to hope that the 70 would sub in for the 60s. It'd be very cool. 66s even. It'd be very cool if it was the case. I would imagine it would come to Trent Valley because it's an older board product on an older board route, so I'd imagine it probably will do. The roadmap was good last night. Yeah, there was a few interesting things in there, wasn't there? DB just have very tight timetables and busy tracks. They do what they can with the lack of investment. I think all things considered, when it comes to Deutsche Bahn, like, it's relatively cheap travel as well. Right, Aaron is next. You've been watching The Busy World of Richard Scarry on Tubi. Great show. It's based on the books. You're loving the remastered Great Western Express. And the other expert locos are intriguing. Yeah, the 145 looks intriguing. I don't know much about it though. I like the blue livery one that's coming to it. GJ Train Spam, thank you for liking the live. Much appreciated. Thank you very much. Over on YouTube, we have just hit another 4 subscribers, so we're very close to 6.85k, which is almost 20 subscribers on YouTube in a stream. That's absolutely bloody mental. Absolutely crazy. You lot are doing good lately, I tell you. What map is this? This is Koln Arkin, Schnellfahrstrecke Koln. It's the one that's getting a remaster tomorrow. I've got early access to it because I'm part of the Ambassador program, so I'm able to showcase it 24 hours before it releases. This releases at 10 AM tomorrow. Is this the longest route train sim world now? It's quite an old route at this point now. Still a decently length route. I think it's around about 60 kilometres, which is around about 40 miles, something like that. 20 in one stream, congratulations. I think it helps with the before versus after video I've done for Koln Arkin, but yeah, thank you very much. The remaster Great Western Express did that Liam did. He did a great job. LNWR only appear in the train sim world in train sim world when all trains become one thing. GBR. Yeah, that's the thing, isn't it? It's a funny one because, like I say, London North Western branding will be owned by London North Western Railway. However, once it becomes GBR, maybe we could see the GBR branding. Whether that'll happen, I don't know. But this is the point is I don't feel like the licensing will ever come because the license isn't owned by the government. It's just the service that is, because the operators operate the contracted services which are contracted for the government anyway. That's why you've got things like parliamentary trains and stuff like that. So the service is contracted to London North Western, but because their contract expired, they then obviously got taken over by the government. But the business still operates. So I think, and we were having this discussion before, me and Casual were having this conversation, that like the social platforms and stuff for like London North Western Railway, I would imagine a lot of them will stay the same. Look at this, by the way, Espan, Freight and ICE. Look at this, absolutely mental around here. I don't think GBR will like Train Sim World. Well, DE, I would probably think otherwise, because they've actually used Train Sim World as promotional content. When they released the GBR livery, there was footage taken from inside Train Sim World, so there's actually quite a close connection. So when GBR happens, that's actually kind of a sign of good things, I'd say. Will Trent Valley be the longest route in Train Sim World, or will it still be Castle Würzburg? I think it will be Trent Valley, I believe. Tarjo and Techie, welcome in, hope you're doing well. I'm in Germany on exchange at the moment. Got a Deutschland ticket, so practical when you are a student. I just know it's quite cheap, or it's good value for money travel in Germany. Because I went from Stuttgart down to Lindau, and that's a fair distance. That's like a whole region. I think it's Baden-Württemberg, and it cost me like 25 euros for like a region ticket. Hello, Vincent Schmidt. Welcome in. Hope you're doing well. Train Nerd, welcome to the stream. The logo would still be owned by the previous company. However, the routes are set in a specific time era. Exactly. So I wouldn't get your hopes up. That's what I'm going to say. I wouldn't get your hopes up. There's definitely no London Peterborough. No. Mega Sim, how you doing? Welcome in. So expensive, these UK trains. Trust me. trains, unless you, the thing is with UK trains is that you have to, the only way you can do it cheap is through advanced singles, and they just never work. Very busy here. Espan, Dostos. To answer your question, yes, I've arrived at work just now. In fact, have fun. See you later. Yeah, I would guess. I guess. Hold on, let me get my words out. I'm guessing you were commuting in that time, but I hope you have a good day at work. I'm going to be going to bed soon. Hello, 73082 Camelot fan. Welcome in. How do you get the information on the top left? So it's in the settings. If you go to there, and I think it is accessibility, possibly. Yeah, HUD type, accessibility, HUD type minimal. I need to make this a video. I keep forgetting to do so. RTX 4070 Super. Oh, you got a PC. You got a 4070 Super. Nice one. I mean, it's €43 a month as I'm a student. What's your nearest disused station? Oh, good question. I don't know. I don't have a disused station, but there is a station near me that there was an old station near me, but it's been demolished since. But I don't know what it was called. Is the remaster out? The remaster's out tomorrow. I'm just showcasing it early. You like the unbranded First Great Western on the remaster? Will Tadami Line be released one day, or is it a fairy tale? It's been 2 years since it was announced. I know, that's mad, isn't it? They're still working on it. It looks like it's very close, and hopefully it's close. What's different about the timetable? Timetable hasn't changed. Well, there's an original timetable, and there's the revamped timetable. The revamped timetable hasn't changed. This is just bringing the route up to TOD 4 standards. The lighting's completely overhauled, and the scenery's been updated as well. How long is this route? This route is around about 65 or 70 kilometers, which is around about 45 miles, I think, something like that. Have they added announcements? No, it's purely a lighting and scenery overhaul to complement the new timetable. Are you both on Twitch and TikTok? I'm on TikTok and YouTube. I'm primarily on YouTube. So I've been streaming this for about 3 hours on YouTube. I thought I'd hop on this for the last couple of services just to showcase it on here as well. I did advance single from Swansea to York. Train pal took me via Manchester. I chose that. TP was delayed, but then it sent a delay repay. They rejected it as it didn't recognise my journey plan. Ah, dear. TPE. Ah. What a... I love TPE's liveries and I love the train, but my god, did they cock up a service. Train Sim 2, the good old days. The good old days. It's been 84 years. Yeah, Train Sim 2. Train Sim 2 is when I really got into it. Because I played Train Sim 2020. But yeah, Train Sim 2 is when things started picking up. STK. And Oliver and Alfie, welcome in. Right, so we're going to do a quick DMU service, and then we'll do anything else potentially. Well, about 20 minutes. So, Tadami Line's further down the tracks now, I think. Megasim says it's fantastic. Have you give it a go? Have you? Right, I'm doing We're gonna do Koln to Harem. Why not? We're gonna do. Should we do something on the Arkin end? We'll do something on the Arkin end, I think. That makes sense. We'll do it later on. Belika welcoming in Jet 2. Nothing beats a Jet 2 holiday. And right now, shows Koln Cathedral. Yes, we can. I can do. Let me do this service, and then I'll show you the thing here. I'll show you Koln and any little final bits. Put the lights in. I need to remember how to drive this thing now. Did the remaster come out and you got an early access key? No, the remaster's not out yet. I'm able to showcase it early. Where's the lights on this thing? I always forget where the lights are on this. High beam? Is that the one? Yeah, that's one thing, but the marker lights are on. Where the bloody hell's... Ah, there's the lights. Turn it off. Now I need to release the brake. I quite like this train. When is the Southwestern Railway remaster coming out? There isn't Southwestern Railway in the in Train Sim World. You still want a V200 diesel hydraulic. Ever since Train Sim World got new features, it became more of a sandbox game. You still have Train Sim World 2 Rush Hour. Train Sim World 2 Rush Hour were a good time. I did my revisit Train Sim World 2 stream. I also want to see the 73 in Train Sim World. Speaking of Jet 2, I'm flying with them to Kos, Greece from London in June. Nice. Darling, hold my hand. Nothing beats a Jet 2 holiday right now. Ah, it won't move anywhere if the thing's not on. Now it'll move. Off we go. I do quite like this train. You're so thick you're on about the West Coast Main Line. Which West Coast Main Line? South or Birmingham Crew? Gavin Lee, is Train Sim World 6 worth it? I'd say so. It depends what you're interested in. If you like your UK stuff, there's plenty of content on it. It's the wrong train for the region, sadly. Yeah, but it's better than nothing, isn't it? And if you don't like seeing the service, you can just turn it off in the layer list if you want to. West Coast Main Line South had a bit of a timetable update to do with the 805 pack. The videos under that sound are funny. Can't imagine how much Jessica has made in royalties on that. So yeah. She's probably made an absolute killing. Ah, it's not accepted that. I might start streaming on YouTube and do Euston to Whitehaven. I'm certainly planning to do that at some point when it all releases. There we go. What are your top 3 UK routes? Number 3. I know what my top 2 are. Number 3 is a really, really hard one. I'd say at the moment it's probably Great Western Express. Because Great Western Express is looking absolutely fantastic now. Second has got to be Birmingham Cross City. I love Birmingham Cross City. Being a Brummie, and having a self-contained route, I love it. Number one's got to be West Coast Mainline Birmingham Crew. What an absolute route that is. What a route that is. I'm a big fan of that route. When is this releasing? This update, this is a free update which is coming tomorrow if you already own this route. It's also on sale. It's a tenner at the minute on Steam. It releases at 10 AM tomorrow. Richie, I was thinking of buying the Class 805 DLC for Train Sim 6. What would you say about it? I think it's a really nice addition to the two routes because it comes to both West Coast Mainline South and Birmingham Crew. Obviously brings in a whole new experience with it being an 805, a newer train. I know it's very similar looking to do varieties, but I feel like the combination of a new train and two new timetables is quite nice. The train is obviously still quite fundamentally different to the 801 and 802. So I would say it's definitely worth it. And also look at what All Aboard are doing. They're doing Trent Valley. They're doing the 70. If you want to support that kind of content in the future, then support All Aboard. That's what I'm going to say. Make way for Noddy. Welcome in. Hope you're doing well. Dima, thank you for following. Much appreciated. Tom, welcome in. User, no worries. Kev Boom, hello. Those are the house alarms. Is this a base route? This was a base route for Train Sim 2, yes. Which I think is probably on sale. Train Sim, because usually the core packages are usually on sale now as well. So if you want to build up your older collection, look at like older versions of the game on Steam. Maybe Euston to Whitehaven with a few pals. Maybe. This is a German route, or am I tripping? This is indeed a German route. This is Schnellfahrstrecke Koln Arkin, the one that's getting a remaster tomorrow. This gets a big update and brings it all up to TOD 4, which is what I'm playing right now. This is all early access. This is a cool little service, isn't it? Yeah, you heard about that. Yeah, this is what it is. This comes out tomorrow. As I'm part of the ambassador program, this is I'm able to showcase it a bit earlier on. Dovetail lost underground subway license in Great Western Railway remaster. Subway trains appear unbranded. No, that's because they've not gone through the branding for that. So because it's a layer, the original train is the Island Line train. You can't license a layer. Like for example, it's similar to the Mildmay line, where the Mildmay line has all this like unbranded AI because you can't brand that because the actual original train is the Island Line one, or in the case of Mildmay line, I think it's things like the Chiltern trains and stuff, which is obviously a 166 with like a Chiltern livery on it, but because the train is a Great Western train just with a reskin on it, this is why it's different to like when it's an officially licensed product. It is the proper licensing up throughout, whereas when it's just like an unbranded reskin, it's just you can change that. It's funny how it all works, but basically they haven't lost the branding. It's that Transport for Wales, Transport for London obviously haven't gone through the licensing to do that because it's not a Transport for Wales product. It's an Island Line product with a reskin on it, just for the purposes of the Great Western Express remaster. I can assure you they've not lost the TFL license because TFL like doing stuff with Train Sim World. It's not quite a tube train. Well, exactly. It's also not the right tube train. It's there just to add playability. Used to play this game, but I got a PC and started playing Trains 2022 and Train Simulator Classic. Trains 2022 was a really, really difficult one. I've been meaning to do some content on it, but I can't quite understand it. I find it really difficult to get my head around. But they did release that Xbox game, didn't they? Not long ago. I'm hoping that comes to PC because that seems a bit easier to play. How you doing, BMW M3? Welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well. And YG, welcome to the stream as well. Hope you're doing well. I say well a lot, don't you? Don't know. What are your thoughts on the Great Western Express remaster? Have they changed after your video? My thoughts have improved because it gets better and better every single time. I had a really long go of it on the PlayStation over the weekend, and the amount of different services you can do is just absolutely astonishing. I was doing a 166 service, I think, and it was just so cool, like what some of the things that happened on it. There was like a HST on the slow lines. There was just all sorts of random bits. Heathrow Connect is quite cool. Like I just think, yeah, it's very very good. And for a free update, you really can't go wrong at all. Why does the Gatwick Express doesn't stop at the southern stations? I don't know what you mean. Sorry. You love it all. With all the remasters going on, which other routes do you think deserve an improvement? I actually touched on this briefly in my before versus after video for Koln Arkin, and I think more German stuff could do with a remaster. I think I'd like to see maybe maybe the likes of. Let me stop here. I think the likes of Rapid Transit. I kind of touched on the idea about Rapid Transit with an improved Leipzig station, because at the minute it's not modelled. So could you imagine the Leipzig model on Rapid Transit with a timetable on TOD 4? I think it looked really, really nice. And then, what else would I like to say? I'd probably like to see Rules Ignored for German content. Habstrecker Rhine-Ruhr would be quite nice as well. Why does the Gatwick Express not stop at southern stations? Because it's the Gatwick Express, it doesn't stop at southern stations. Some of services do, but not all of them. Do you play on keyboard and mouse, or have you got that train controller thing? I've got a TSCX which I use, but at the minute I've got a PlayStation 4 controller plugged into my PC. That's why it comes up with Xbox commands, but it's a PlayStation controller. Does that same happen with Heathrow Connect? Yes, it's the same with Heathrow Connect. That's why it's unbranded. It's a layer. Did you hear about the Great Western Railway 230 is now on service for the Greenford branch? Yeah, that was quite cool. Because that's also... Is that an XD stock? I might be wrong with that. Atomic Frog, welcome in. And William the One Guy. Can you tell us about the Great Western Railway Class 801? If that's a little joke to my video where I got it wrong. Class 801 doesn't exist, it's the 802. Random question, but do you think Train Sim World should touch more of the East Coast Main Line? 100%. But the thing is, all I'm going to say is give it time. Because, like, 2 years ago, we had no West Coast Main Line. And now we've got almost the whole section between Euston and Carlisle. So it's, you know, give it time. There's loads of third parties that I can imagine are interested in doing it. I'd say I genuinely wouldn't be surprised to see another section of the East Coast Main Line in the next few years. But the thing is with the East Coast Main Line is that it's so far between any two stations that it's a case of, you know, it'll take a long time to make. Can anyone tell me why a set of 8-car BR423 is not fully fit on some platforms on some routes? The same with London Overground platforms shorter than the train. I think on London Overground, some of them only can fit four or 5 cars anyway. But I don't know about the 423. Not too sure. I'm guessing that's just prototypical. Humble Coasters, it's my favourite YouTuber. Well, thank you very much. Hope you're doing well. Can I tell you about the Class 802? Yeah, the Class 802 is a train. There you go. What do you want to know about it? We just had 3 new subscribers over on YouTube, so thank you very much. Much appreciate it. BMW, I don't know what you say you want to know about the Class 802. What do you want to know about the Class 802? All I can tell you, it's an IET train. It's green. It's a nickname of Cucumber. You watch every video. Thank you very much, Humble Coasters. Much appreciate it. Can I drive the Class 101? I'm probably going to make this my last service tonight, to be honest. I've got to be up at like 6 o'clock in the morning. But we may do some more at some point. Who knows? The sunset looks absolutely brilliant. Yeah, it looks nice, doesn't it? I feel like Arkin looks better than the Koln end. Hi there, greetings from the Netherlands. How you doing, Mark? Welcome in. Hope you're doing well. Tyler Smith, welcome in. What's the max speed of the 802? Oh, I don't know. 125, I guess. How have I got so many DLCs in Train Sim World 6? Because I built up my collection over the last 5, 6, 7 years. Flying Southerner, I'm going to head off for the evening. Good night, Richie and chat. Thank you for coming in, Southerner. Much appreciate it. Have a good rest of your evening. Love how busy the remasters are. Yeah, what remasters? Right, so now that we've got a couple here, now that we've had a couple of... Oh, I can't get my words out. Because we've had a couple of remasters this year, what other remasters would you like to see? That's quite early. That's the same time as I get up... because my bus is at 7:38, so I'll be up at, I say 6 o'clock. I'll probably set my alarm for 6 and I'll actually roll out of bed at 7. My train, I'm quite quick with this, so I'm up at 7, and then my train is at 7:48, I think, and I've got to get a bus in between that. Good night, Southerner. Thank you for coming in. Is the East Coast Way remaster coming to consoles? Yes. Cross City Line. What about the Cross City Line? Oh, remaster. Yeah. Sorry, I forgot I asked that. Midland Main Line remaster. Yeah, I was saying this. A new timetable would be quite nice. I can finally play the route during the day. Now we have the new lighting. Been stick to night time since the timetable was expanded. Yeah, I agree that new lighting does genuinely make the route feel so much better. It makes it feel like it's just like a whole new route. Tees Valley adding the regional rail paces to it. Oh yeah, Darren, that would be a good one. That would be a good one. Tees Valley and Northern Transpennine. Yep, again, a couple of good ones. West Cornwall Local would be a good one. Yeah, that'd be good. Are you familiar with the game SCR and Roblox? If so, do you think a game separate from Train Sim World but in the same style with multiplayer would be successful? Never heard of SCR in my life. I'm joking. I've actually done extensive content on SCR. Yeah, I mean, a multiplayer train game would do well, I think. I think what helps with Roblox is that it's free. The moment then you add a cost to it, people are less interested. When is the Milton Keynes crew line coming? No idea. According to the roadmap, it's further down the tracks, so not a clue. Looks nice coming into here. Look at this. This is nice. Would you want to be a train driver? I'd certainly give it a go. Class triple two should be added. I think Dovetail could focus a little more on the East Coast Main Line. It'd be beautiful to have King's Cross in the game. In fact, it is already in the game. King's Cross is all modelled and hid away in the mild Main Line. Good night, Tyler. Thank you for coming in. Much appreciate it. So is there anything that anyone wants to see in this remaster before I call it a night? I know I'm going to look at Koln at night. Is there anything else you want to see? In terms of services, I won't be doing any more services now, but in terms of like parts of the route, humble. I don't talk about that. I keep that hush hush. Are you live tomorrow? No, this is very impromptu. So no, I won't be live tomorrow. Do you think when East Coast Way comes out, if it was East Coast, what? Will East Coast Way have Thameslink on it? I would imagine so. I think it'll be AI only though. Tees Valley, if set in 1989, would have the 143s in Tyne-and-Wear livery too. Ooh, Tyne-and-Wear. Sounds familiar, that. Right, main menu. What do we want to see? Koln Cathedral at night. Yeah, let's do that. We can have a little look at that. That's fine by me. Connor, thank you for the Thunderhammer heart and some roses. Much appreciate it. You're going from Brighton to Bedford. You can't go to Bedford in the game. You can go from Brighton to London, but you can't go to Bedford. No, it's alright, Humble Coat. I just don't talk about it. That's all. What time should we do it in? Today's gone quick. It hasn't. It bloody hasn't, I tell you now. We'll spawn in at 2010. We'll do it in March. We'll do it clear as well. Goes to Victoria, BMW. What's your favourite route? West Coast Mainline, Birmingham Crew. Oh, well, that were interesting. That was spooky. That right. This is Koln at night. Little bit eerie, but it's all right. Do you know that you could use a torch on this game? Do you know about that? The torch. Crikey, you need it down here, don't you? So someone says they wanted to see the... Get on here. Said you're playing Train Sim World 6. Yeah, because the Train Sim World 6 isn't recognised by TikTok for some silly reason. Oh. Here's Koln Cathedral. Look at that. Stunning, that. Look at that. Let me... Oh, hold on. There you go. I can't get to it, but... There's Koln Cathedral. Let me change the field of view. Look at that. That's stunning, that, isn't it? It's very nice. Are you excited for the crew Preston route? Yes, I very much. I'm looking forward to that because Just Trains do some really good work. Don't get me wrong, my favourite route by them is Blackpool Branches, but yeah, they do some good stuff. How do you get loads of fans on social media? Keep consistent. Keep consistent. Keep at it. What do you think of Great Western Railway remaster route hopping, where you can jump to other routes all over the place, not just the same station? Yeah, I quite like the fact that you can... Hold on, I can't get out my seat. I'll go back to the main menu. Yeah, I quite like the fact that you can hop to different places on the network. I think that's quite cool. So it'd be quite cool with like West Coast Mainline, where you could route hop to like other parts of the West Coast Mainline. I quite like that. I'm new to the game, so could you explain the layers on the routes? Of course, yes. So on here you can see we've got Snelvaartstrakker Koln. If you go into the timetable, so if you come into the game from scratch, it will do this thing where it will say enable all layers, and that's in the settings because you can turn them off, and that's for performance mainly. I don't remember where that is. I think it's down here somewhere. I'm not too sure whereabouts it is. Is it general? Enable all timetable layers. Yes, so that'll be disabled by default. Can you show me East Coast Way? No, we're not going to look at East Coast Way tonight. I'm mainly just looking at Koln Arkin. Well, I'm done looking at Koln Arkin now. But in future, we'll look at East Coast Way because that's getting a remaster. How many stations? I think it's 26 on BML. So yeah, it will say off by default. But if you enable it, basically what it means is that you've got your core stuff. So your core stuff will be, well, in this case for Koln Arkin, it's the 406 and the 442. So basically you install the route and it gives you that. Your layers are in your layer list and it tells you what it does and where it comes from. So for example, DMU services, Maintalbahn, well that is this route down here, Maintalbahn, which obviously comes with the core route, the core train, which is the 642. And then of course you've got other things like the 401, which comes from, it tells you there where it comes from, Snelvaartstrakker Castle Versberg, so that's what you need to own. Vectron is its own thing, but sometimes they can be coupled to a route for like gameplay purposes. So you can see that they're from the Werke Dresden. The press comes from Bremen Oldenburg. so on and so forth. You know, if you look at Great Western Express, for example, you can see that you've got the Flying Scotsman coming from East Coast Mainline, Peterborough, Doncaster. You've got that's obviously part of the route. 802 comes from Riviera. That comes from Riviera. That's part of the route. That comes from West Coast Mainline South. So that's how the layers sort of work. I hope that makes sense. Obviously, the more routes you've got and the more applicable. So, like for example, if the layers works, obviously they've got their own core things. But if that train should work in another place, for example, Cardiff City Network is is obviously a Welsh route. So if there's another Welsh route, then this stock should theoretically go onto that line. You're missing a few layers on Great Western Express. I am missing a few layers in a few places. I'm missing a few layers on Koln as well. But I'm not missing too much on Great Western Express. I've got the majority of it. I think I'm mainly missing some of the rail tour stuff. I just don't have it all installed. The Vectron is on sale. Should I buy it to add the layers? Which Vectron is it? Is it the Flixtron or is it the Railpool one? They're both pretty decent, to be honest. Yeah. So, anything else that you lot want to see in terms of the Schnell Fast Tracker Koln timetable route update? Is there anything like any parts of the route you want to see? We won't be doing any more services though. Do you want to see like the layer list? What actually comes into this? The layer list is obviously main tail barn, Rhine-Ruhr, main Spessart barn. I don't know what NRM stands for, but that's the DBBR 101. Castle Würzburg, Rohr's ignored for that. Naverka Dresden, main Spessart barn, Rohr's ignored. Linker Rheinstrecke, the Class 700 lays into this somewhere, apparently. The 700 appears, the 700 is there, and it's there as static stock, because I believe at some point they were built in Germany, and then they were transported. Dresden, Vectron, 101, 363, Dresden. So the ones that say Dresden here, there's something else that I don't have, and I don't know what it is. I think it might be another route. Sometimes it doesn't quite work though. How come the 220 doesn't come onto the Great Western Express Remaster even though I have the DLC? What platform are you on? Because it does for me. Are you streaming on Friday? No. Well, I don't know. To be confirmed. My next stream properly will be on Sunday doing BR 1.4. The Flixtron. Yeah, the Flixtron's pretty decent. I like the Flixtron. Rules ignored. Salzburg, Rosenheim. There you go. And then 218 and stuff like that there. So yeah, plenty of layers going on there. But I might do a Discord play along on BR 1.3, whatever it is, on Discord. I'll let you know. To be confirmed though. I'm not on Xbox. I'm not on Xbox. It doesn't come onto the timetable menu. Do you mean you are on Xbox? What Xbox are you on? Are you on the Gen 8 Xbox? Are you on Xbox One? Because if you're on Gen 8, there's reduced layers on there. Old Gen, yeah. That'll be why. Gen 8 has reduced because of timetable, because of console performance, because your console's about 13 years old. It can't handle all the layers, so some layers are cut back. You did transporting at Southeast on my second account in Train Sim World. Nice one. Jaffa Jake, how you doing? Hope you're doing well. You hate the old Xboxes. Look at upgrading. Honestly, there's a whole new experience. Anyway, I'm going to jump into a service somewhere. We'll jump into a 406. I'm not driving it. I'm just going to jump into it. Do that. Do. Should delete some games? No, it won't. It wouldn't affect that. No, we're not going on to Great Western tonight. Just been mainly looking at Koln Arkin. But I'm wrapping it all up now because I've actually got to go to bed. Unfortunately, but we've had a little quick hour on TikTok. We've been streaming for around about 3 hours on the YouTubes. So yeah, let's do that. There you go. Look at that, stunning. There's 425s here and stuff. All sorts of stuff going on. Right then, so let me do that. So that was everything to do with the Schnell Fast Tracker Koln route update, route overhaul. So yeah, this releases tomorrow at 10 a.m. on all platforms. So if you already own this route, it's a free update. And yeah, it's worth, obviously, well, it'll automatically install, so you can't really avoid it. But yeah, it's a good bit of fun, and it's a free update. You can't go wrong. Light and overhaul. And yeah, I hope you all enjoy it when it comes out. In terms of general bits of admin from me, I will next be live on Sunday for definite, doing BR 1.4 when that releases. So that'll be a good bit of fun. But I may do a stream in the meantime. I'll let you know. All very much to be confirmed. But thank you all for coming in tonight. Much appreciate it. Of course, video-wise, probably have something on Friday. Not too sure what yet, but there'll be something on Friday. And yeah, should be a good bit of fun. So thank you all for coming in tonight. Much appreciate it, and I'll hopefully see you all next time. Bye, everyone.